Yes. Take two. Welcome back. This is the Homeroom Podcast where we talk about individuals. See that individual
Nice and slim.
more successful than us at what we do.
Yeah.
I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
J Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
It's National Teachers Appreciation Week. So, we had to come and do another lecture, another session in honor of all the educators out there.
Yeah.
Right.
We're students.
Yeah.
And there's no Students Appreciation Week.
Yeah, there isn't. But every week when we do a show, that's the student appreciation. You know what I mean? Because we just out here commentating on what we've studied.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Kind of.
We're appreciating our appreciations.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to start though.
I was about to say, man, it's been a good week. Shout out to all the viewers.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
haven't already, hit the bell, subscribe,
Yes.
do all those good things. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely turn your post notifications on because because we have plenty of content that's gonna be coming and it's gonna keep coming. So
bro.
why even tell you what the schedule is?
Just check every day. Just come
Just
back
check every day. And we're at 6% people with the bell notifications on.
Oh, word.
Which is good. The average is 10 to 15, so we're almost at the 10.
Yeah.
We need to hit 10. We need to hit 10% at least.
Hit that bell.
And shout out to everybody who doesn't like this. You can also unsubscribe from this.
Right,
you
right.
can not hit that bell.
yeah.
Before we even get too deep.
Yeah, you can virtually set some
Right.
distance
Before we
from
even
this.
start.
Yeah, and shout out to all the people that hate comment, and also shout out to the people respecting the algorithm hacking. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because those are my favorite comments so far. Is the ones where they're like, "Oh, this is meta. Oh, y'all are just hacking the algorithm." Yes,
They see the game from a different level.
They see, yeah. You see the game on a level we see the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
This is not a mistake. We're industry plants.
yeah,
Yeah,
low
yeah.
key, yeah. There's a secret funding. No, I can't even lie. I'm a little hot right now. If there was secret funding, it'd be a nice 70 degrees in here. We're currently rocking at 77, but it's slowly coming down.
Well, y'all hot.
I'm all right. I got this jacket on.
It's a little warm.
This fan blowing.
This fan is phenomenal to me.
See, y'all can't see the set.
Bro, I'm
One day
always
we're going to
hot.
have to break the fourth wall and
Yeah.
just spin this camera around. This
yeah.
podcast don't be doing it. Like when the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when they first did that, I was like, yo, that's ill.
Yeah, when they
It's
first ran out into
groundbreaking.
ran through the crowd or whatever.
Yeah,
there was a
yeah.
couple moments like that too. Honestly, I think I know where we should start. I think we should start with Gillie versus Joe Budden because that's I feel like that's hot.
That's red hot.
I feel like that's red hot right now, and yeah, it's crazy.
You can't win war with Joe Budden.
No,
When it's beef and it's smoke, you either gotta, especially when it's in an arena that he's very successful at, this is the #1 ranked black podcaster.
yes,
According to Complex Media.
Yeah.
facts.
If it's
Factual.
rap beef, Drake is gonna be able to watch him because people just like Drake more.
But that's the thing. Everybody respects Joe's pen, but I never liked Joe's music.
Yeah, me neither.
I couldn't.
Like everybody claims he's like some amazing rapper.
I know,
But
and
that's like
that's
the
honestly-
myth in the lore of Joe Budden.
Bruh,
is that
low-key-
he's making it himself.
I honestly,
I don't know how
I don't
good
know.
he is.
No. It's other people giving him that respect. But honestly, I personally give him the rapping respect so high because of how many other people give him that respect. Because when I hear it, it does not connect for me. I don't know. Joe Budden music
Have
never
y'all-
does. It never.
Can we pull
connected.
up some Joe Budden lyrics?
Can you pull up his freestyle? Will we get flagged if we pull up his BET freestyle? Y'all remember when they used to do that? Like they used to have every camp freestyle.
Yeah. You know what? With the freestyles, I don't know
The
because
ciphers. You know what I mean?
That might be public domain.
it might be. Yeah, because I don't know. Because sometimes they're using beats that aren't like
Yeah, they're
industry
like,
beats sometimes, but then sometimes they do at the same time. You talking about the Slaughterhouse freestyle?
where it's black and gray.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Where
Bro,
Slaughterhouse?
all
he's-
three of these videos are black and gray.
Why is he such a black? He was on Angel Dust.
Well, this was the formula of the hip hop cipher.
Yeah, you
BET
had
Awards.
to
yeah.
wear a hood.
But
that you
before
can
we
get
jump
deep
into,
in.
but we kind of have to pull back for a second, just because we don't want to jump too deep into Joe Budden rapping.
yeah,
But we
yeah.
need to cover the Joe Budden versus Gillie first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so but just staying with the rap career, we have two rappers whose careers are
questionable.
questionable. You know what I'm saying? Essentially
Yeah.
going to war right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, these are the best two people to go to war in terms of the podcast war because they both have wrestler characteristics in
Yup.
terms of the performance.
This is Macho Man Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan.
Look,
This
yeah.
is happening right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're
this
both
is-
showmen.
This is as good as it gets, bro. Like when we're talking about selling some tickets, putting on a show, We're gonna get Gillie with the "you don't want no problems," you know what I'm saying, and then we're gonna get Joe doing amazing things like this. So we could start with this. Let's just start with this. This is the official first shot fired.
This is the first blow.
Yeah, well, this, to be fair, this isn't. I did some research on they apparently have past beef.
Yeah, the
but,
beef is historical.
Yeah, but we'll start with this is the newest of the what's happening now.
I turn the fuck up when I'm feeling good in here. I don't want to hear none of that money talk from you niggas. Your headboard is covering a very small window in your primary bedroom. I can tell it's not like that. Stop fucking playing with me. Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know about his rap lyrics. But when he's talking on his microphone, he's spitting.
He's
read. He's
been in jail, so he's read the dictionary.
That is true.
Has he been in jail? Has he? He never.
I don't think he did like real time for like a long time.
He did like little skit bits, like little weekends.
Yeah.
He's the type to go to county and read the dictionary for 24 hours.
He probably read the Quran.
Jesus.
This nigga Joe's insane.
What is Joe like in jail? That would be a whole nother thing. Like,
he's probably making the peace in there.
I wonder what he's like when the camera's off. I wonder
he strikes me as the same person.
Yeah.
He strikes me as the same person.
That's why he's number one on this media list.
Gillie, I think, is a little more different because I feel like Gillie be doing so much performing on the mic that he can't be like that all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can't be.
Yeah,
you know?
Gillie's like Carrot Top when it comes to podcasting.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a bag of tricks and he just pulls shit out. And he's real efficient at making noises.
Yeah, the noises drive me crazy.
His onomatopoeia game is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
but,
that type of character.
Yeah, I mean, that was hilarious. The fact that your headboard is covering a very small window in your primary bedroom. It's
okay if it's the guest room.
Bars, bro.
It's okay if it's the guest room.
The way he broke it down,
It's
because
the
he
primary.
made the picture like
That primary makes it hilarious.
The primary set
it's
it
like
off.
it's your only one master bedroom. And
This is the thing.
It's the primary.
And this is the thing that we can't, that kind of messed it up to where it hit even harder. The fact that Gillie's wife is laid out in the bed, she would only get comfortable like this if this was their primary bedroom.
Yeah.
So you can't even like come back later and say, man, we was chilling in the guest room. Because why was she chilling so hard? You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
So it just hit so crazy.
What is the point of having a window that tiny?
I don't know, because now it makes you curious on what the house blueprint looks like.
Bro.
You know
I feel
what I'm
like
saying?
he can lie and be like, nigga, that's the safe for this $50 million boss deal.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Gillie could spin it like
Yeah,
that.
you can spit.
I don't know how much he can spend.
But I also don't know where they live. Like that's a big factor.
They're in Pennsylvania, I think. He's still not in Philly, but I think it might be in a suburb. I don't think they live in New York.
What do Philly windows look like?
You said what?
Philly has small
townhouses. So
they be having small windows though.
But regular sized windows like that you would see in a regular townhouse neighborhood.
But
there's none on the left of
living
them.
in a townhome.
But he doesn't. He would live in a suburb outside of Philly. He's not living in the heart of the city no more. So it's still weird because it's like I don't know. I'm dying to know what the whole room looks like now.
He could.
You know what I'm saying?
He could spin it, but you playing Ring Around the Rosie with Joe Budden.
But like, honestly,
nobody is gonna.
Nobody's gonna. Yeah.
He'll have
in his era, there's plenty of people that could like run circles around Joe. Like
in terms of gaslighting,
Charlemagne. It's a couple people.
In terms of gaslighting, I think Joe Budden is the best.
I think
Joe is top notch, bro.
And gaslighting,
yeah.
Now if we're talking logical conversation, he can get lapped, but he's gonna default down so hard into the gaslighting, it's gonna throw you off your own equilibrium. It'd be like, why am I talking to this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
When
Like,
you present facts to Joe Budden, he picks at the essence of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, let me just pick around at the spirit of this shit instead of actually divulging into a discussion.
That's why
It's childish.
Yeah, it is.
It's not
essentially.
not like.
That's why his Adam 22 interview was just so flawless and amazing because it was like
It's perfect.
If Adam said the wrong word, he'd be like, you know, and then he hit him with the let's back up. You said this word. Are you sure you want to use? You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, I hate this nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having to argue with Joe Budden probably would have you want to off yourself.
Arguing
I
with Joe
would
Budden
enjoy
is
that
like
shit.
talking to a therapist with an opinion.
God, and then facts.
yeah.
That's
You're not
true.
supposed to have an actual opinion.
But
Yeah.
You're supposed to give me the verbiage I need to express
Yeah,
this.
right.
but why are they beefing? Like, how old are they? How old are they?
You're
You know
never
what?
too old.
How
to
old
be.
are they?
Okay, Joe Budden is mid-40s, I think.
Yeah, I think he's like
He's 40.
43 or 44.
And you
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that a lie?
Joe Budden spent
He
the night
looks
in jail.
he looks 50. He looks
Nah, it's
55.
true. It's true.
That's
No,
Newports.
I think he's early
42.
42.
Yeah.
What about Gillie the Kid? They're probably.
I think Gillie got him beat.
Gillie's in his 50s.
Oh, so Gillie
I don't
is,
think
Nah,
Gillie's.
Gillie's like
Gillie
48.
Gillie just looks older.
bro, Gillie's like 49.
Gillie the
39.
grandpa.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
30.
Ooh,
What's
damn.
going on in Hollywood that's aging these brothers?
No. This is Philly. He's been frontlining, I think, a lot. I think he had a
Them
hard front.
corners, yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you're a general in the street, it takes a toll.
Up
on
late
you.
night
And
writing for
when you're
Weezy.
trying to have
Working.
a successful rap career, that shit takes a toll on you.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
but
Especially when you nice, like how allegedly Joe Budden is.
Should we say successful or questionable? Well, they were both successful in their respective realms. Because think about
Yeah.
any local rapper would love to be a part, even if you didn't get the credit. We know you're writing for Lil Wayne or you're on the Lil Wayne and Cash Money tour. You won. You know what I'm
success
saying?
is
You know-
very like vague. Like
success. Yeah.
we know a person that like took pictures of Young Thug. Shout out to football, but like, is he like
exactly.
I would consider him a successful photographer because
of
how
course,
he's set up.
and how we are.
But anybody can take a picture of Young Thug. You just got to catch that nigga at the
You
right
know what I'm
moment.
saying?
It's a
It
nigga in a cell right now that can photograph Young Thug.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
True.
But
That shit would probably go viral.
but wait,
A picture in the cell will go crazy.
You get Thug making some hooch in the toilet.
but wait,
What?
why are they beefing?
So
Like, I know
put
the
another
history.
video.
There's
I put
nothing
another
else
video
to
in
do.
here. I put another video in that
Son,
note,
it got to be deep.
and it kind of went back to. It kind of covered how because they were. Yeah, if you could play this one right here.
Yeah, this is immaculate production.
First of all,
It
look at
is,
his
it
eyes.
is.
Look at
And
his
it
eyes.
feels like when they do the when Showtime does the fight night.
The
Fight
person
night
that captioned this on
documentaries,
Reddit.
the first 24 hours before the fight. This
Yeah.
is what this feels like.
And you know what? I'm wrong for this by not making sure I tagged or I remember what the person's name was on Reddit. But I screen recorded this off of Reddit.
Hey, but you apologize. So far.
Apologies. And and this was in the Joe Budden group chat. So hey, you know who you are.
You got to follow the rules of engagement when it comes to Reddit reposts.
Yeah, exactly.
don't-
Yeah.
There's an etiquette.
I ain't giving this
Yeah.
thing credit. Fuck.
Yeah, but but
look at his
this
eyes is crazy.
This is the craziest sizzle reel, low key. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit
Yeah, they
this.
did not put a good filter on this.
Can't give $1 million worth of game sounding as stupid as you sound.
Me and Joe Budden talk two different languages. I talk the language.
When I was rapping, all you was tucked your tails in between your legs. All of you.
With all the design shit on, all the big sneaks, trying to act like you a cool ass old head you're not. You out there creating your fucking ass list.
This is like when
Wait.
politicians make commercials dissing each other.
This is Batman versus Superman, nigga.
This is amazing,
serious,
bro. Yeah,
like,
bro.
this is something serious.
This is as good as it gets, bro.
But like this, what happened?
So I think
like,
pretty much what had happened, it started with ego in terms of rapper ego. So like,
okay.
somebody asked somebody, Joe Budden would beat the hell out of you in some sort of like.
So it started with rap.
It started with rap ego specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now we're both in podcasting, so now it's just easy to translate over to other things.
Shit kind of
And-
festered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
you're already not going to agree who's the better rapper. Like, let's be fair. What rappers ever agree that who's the better rapper? Somebody has to take a public L for then they still won't admit that they lost. You know what I mean?
If we had to take a vote, like everything you know about both of them, like artistry
Rapping
wise,
career?
who would you decide? Like,
Gillie's a better rapper, but he ain't have no pump it up. And
Yeah.
commercial success matters at the end of the day.
And Joe Budden had a couple of them. Like he had some features.
he did. No, he did.
Do y'all feel like
Yeah, it's these little moths. It's the summertime.
I'm gonna catch their ass.
it's summertime?
Yeah,
There's gonna be
yeah.
some bugs flying.
Right.
But do y'all
But yeah.
feel like these retired rap podcasters are having some type of like imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
Nah.
because it's almost like they're all questioning and analyzing and evaluating the legitimacy of what they do. Like you got niggas like Nori and Joe talking shit, feeling like they the only ones that should be retired rappers that's doing this.
It's just it's just an ego. Yeah, I guess.
You get what
I
I'm
guess
saying?
so. Yeah, I guess so.
And it seems
Yeah.
like this is happening a lot more with them people.
It's the old ones
specifically.
too. It's the old, the
It's
old
the
rap.
fall off rappers. It's the
Yeah.
niggas who fell off of rapping into podcasting.
But I think that's
Shit,
what
that's
happens.
me, low key.
I think that's jeez. I love self-deprecating humor. I love it.
right.
But I feel like that's what it is.
I can still rap with y'all niggas though. But
For
go
sure.
ahead. Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is with like all upper
Is your pen
levels.
better than Joe Budden's?
I don't know.
Than Joseph?
I think I could write a hit that people would enjoy listening to
Facts.
before he could.
I agree with that.
Pump it
For
up
sure,
then?
for sure. I could write a record that niggas will enjoy.
I'm not saying
objectively.
you couldn't,
Objectively.
but before Joe Budden,
Before Joe Budden, what you mean?
like if y'all had to be timed, like
Oh, like a battle
48
versus on
hours.
stage?
like
I'm
who
going
can
crazy.
write the best
No, I'm
song?
going crazy. I go crazy under pressure.
yeah.
I've heard your songs. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I
Lauren
get-
isn't bad. I mean, AJ isn't bad.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Lauren isn't bad.
Yeah. I go crazy
yeah.
under pressure. So yeah, I'm yeah.
So that pressure
Yeah,
make
but
that diamond.
he's got performance enhancers.
He does.
Got
The clout.
Adderall, dust.
But what,
How you gonna get people that he's gonna be done in like 30 seconds?
Low key. And he'll.
He's not even gonna write it. He's gonna do a voice
He's not
memo.
gonna write it. I'm putting it down. I'm over there like,
Sober.
yeah, you
Changing-
searching up, you googling words.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure this is hitting the best it could possibly hit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's funny. But what the fuck were we doing?
That
I
is
don't
how it
think that
is
there's
for.
anything Joe Budden can't survive. So if you're gonna get into the ring with him,
He's Teflon.
it's like you got to be prepared to fight forever.
I don't like how
I don't
much
think everybody
credit.
has as strong as a jaw as this nigga Pauls.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he won't stop. He has no chill.
Yeah.
He has no chill, which is why this whole podcast war thing is even happening because
Yeah.
it started with a rap. Both of y'all have retired from rap. Y'all are going at each other over your skill set, ego. You know what I'm saying? And then it's translated over to podcasting. Y'all never even exchanged verbally on the mic, rapping wise, when y'all were both rapping. But Joe Budden was like, when I was rapping, all you niggas was tucking your tails too. So, but Joe talks crazy big shit though.
And I
Yeah,
think
it's easy to talk when nobody else is speaking back to you. You got
Yeah.
you got a room full of niggas who
Who
are
are on your scene.
always gonna agree, especially when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
rap career.
Yeah.
and I think
You think Ice is gonna let that slide? You think Ish is gonna be like, yo, his pen is better than yours, Joe?
Ice will give him more pushback than Ish will. Wait, am I confused? Who's the light skin one? The
Light
dark
skin.
The
Light
dark
skin is
skin one
Ish.
will give. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest.
Ish is gonna give. I don't know.
As
Ish-
far as I know, all them niggas be, penis riding. Penis is
On
good.
his
Yeah.
music they do. On his music
Yeah.
they do.
I don't. From
Yeah.
what I be seeing, it's
just
like
a bunch of
everybody
swallows.
agrees with everybody. It's just a lovely thing.
I can't give all that. I can't give y'all. But I'm a fan.
I've
of the
seen
joint,
the
though.
clips where like
Better
whatever.
speak up.
But
Yeah. Nah, that's what they do. That's what I'm saying. They
That's
like.
what they do.
I just can't
but
listen to
it's just the
Joe.
main one that be like pushing back on that nigga.
the light skin one.
He
It's
be pushing back.
understandable.
Yeah, he be
Like-
pushing back.
yeah, it's understandable.
That's his role.
His voice is fucking annoying.
Hey, you hate that
But-
nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Word.
Who is?
The light skin one.
The
Ish.
light-skinned one.
His voice
His
drives me.
voice is a little annoying.
It's.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. He's got like the unique voice like L'Oreal, but L'Oreal's voice, I kind of like how annoying it is. But Ish's voice, I don't like how annoying it is.
Is that accustomed to being a light skin?
Because they both light skin.
And they both have annoying voices.
Yeah,
Are you a colorist?
I think we all are.
Just a little bit.
I'm mad you
But
didn't
do
stick
you-
the question.
Oh my god!
didn't say
Don't
no.
put him on the spot. But do you like his viewpoints?
Who?
No, not all the time. Just
Who?
because I feel like Ish.
Ish.
I don't like all his viewpoint. Just because I think he's there to be the pushback, but sometimes he pushes back when it's not necessary.
True.
And then now we're just listening to you argue and beat a dead horse
True.
that doesn't need to be beat.
Yeah,
true.
So it's
yeah.
like
true.
when he is pushing back and it's justified,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the conversation. But then it's like, but he's so consistent with the pushback. It's just like Schultz with the jokes.
Yeah.
God damn it, nigga. We
And
can't.
it's like you got to know when and like.
You gotta know when you really ain't got no legs to stand on right now.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? Because now we've
Yeah,
wasted
yeah.
10 minutes of this segment or conversation because you're just pushing back on some goofy shit.
I don't really be watching Joe Budden podcast, man.
I'm
I
a
gotta
cl-
I
I'm a
gotta be
clip guy.
I gotta tune in.
Yeah, I'm a clip guy for Joe Budden podcast.
I left when I saw how he treated his friends. Because with podcasting, this is personality based.
Yeah,
Like it's
Yeah.
who you actually are. That's what we're being entertained by.
true,
No, that's a fact.
true. But he's
Yeah,
so
it's a
good. I
weird
came
thing.
back though.
He's very good.
He's great. He's amazing.
amazing.
He's amazing.
I've never seen somebody essentially turn his back on his friends and I still be locked in like this.
I
Yeah.
think
Bro,
that I
that's
think
true.
to be so talented, you have to be tortured in some manner.
Yeah,
Like you don't get
Somewhat.
one without the other. You don't get Jekyll without Hyde.
Once you get up to that level, like first of all, it's already a lonely game. So it's like,
Yeah.
especially
What is
once you get up.
podcasting?
I mean, whatever you
And then
do.
you got co-hosts.
Nah, it's like, yeah, but like, it's a mental game. It's like it's a lonely game. Like,
Well, you can make it very lonely when you name your podcast after yourself.
Yeah.
He had
That's
to
a
do
good
that
way to isolate.
business-wise, though. You can get more dollars for the show if you name it after yourself, though.
yeah,
Why is that?
That was
What-
one of the
what's
biggest-
legalese?
because
Joe Budden's, that name is worth
Was
money.
your
it's
name.
worth more, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he had it. It was named, I'll name this podcast later, but that wasn't bringing in nearly as much attention or marketing dollars
Yeah.
as the Joe Budden show
Right.
or the Joe Budden podcast. So it's one of those necessary things because it's like we can all be getting $100 or $1,000 or $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Kind of one of those things. But I guess back to the Gillie and Joe Budden rapping wise. I don't know, man. Can I just like sit back and watch this? I just want to see who wins, you know, in terms of rapping. But yeah,
I feel like like this is kind of like how Flacco was angry at us.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like that situation where it's just petty.
Nah,
it's just petty arguments.
our
This is
situation
different.
was a little bit more petty. These niggas don't.
they
really
genuinely don't like each other. I don't think so.
But I feel like if they would have fought or ran into each other in that type of manner,
Then it
like
wouldn't
they
be
would have
nothing.
said that, like one of them would have said, like, hey, you know, Joe, like, you know, like you had to hold an ice pack in '82 or whatever. Like, nigga, don't forget about it.
Let's establish the rules of engagement for podcast wars.
Okay.
Like I feel like if you want to have a good podcast war,
Right.
there should be a certain list of criteria that you got to hit these certain marks
Okay.
for it to be truly entertaining.
Right. And what's your performance? Performance is one.
No subliminals.
It's got to be direct shots. You
It's
think?
got to be direct shots because
True.
nigga, this is a podcast war.
True.
I'm talking to
I respect
you.
that. Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you say what he did was kind of a subliminal, that window shot, and you kind of had to know what it was when you did the research and made it that much crazier?
Oh
Once
yeah,
you-
it was
once-
definitely subliminal.
It was a really direct subliminal though.
It was. That's what I'm saying.
They
It
would-
was,
Yeah,
it was
because
a
once
sub.
the image is in front of you, you're like,
Right.
who else could he be talking about?
Exactly.
You know
You know,
what I'm
So
saying?
I changed my mind. I like subliminals now because it's more fun.
Yeah, because
Right.
The Redditors get to go and get the
Right.
clues.
That's true.
You get to be a
it's like you
Instagram
involve everybody.
investigator.
Yeah, and we can't forget that like the Joe Budden episode that went the craziest when he was like, to whom it may concern.
Facts.
You remember that was like
Yeah.
that was legendary, and he wasn't being direct. It was subliminal, but it was direct subliminal.
Right.
It's got to be direct subliminal. It's like a subgenre of subliminal.
It's like
Podcast
it's for the people who are like in the space or who's paying real attention.
Right,
It's like
right,
it's
right.
like you gonna know who I'm talking about if you're paying attention.
Facts.
You eventually have to address each other directly, though.
Yes.
Good.
At some
It's
point, it has to
always
get to-
better when it starts off subliminal, so
Do you
we
f-
get to pick up the pieces and
Okay.
do our journalism.
Yeah,
but then
facts.
eventually, you got to really punch this nigga in the mouth.
Facts.
Now I know I'm kind of skipping to the end, but do you think
Metaphorically speaking.
do you think that all podcast wars have to end with a show collab?
Yeah. At a
Podcast wars.
certain point,
Y'all have to get on camera
can't
together.
be yelling at each other online. It's
Right. No,
always
that's
better
true.
when we in the room. I'm looking right at you,
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
and I'm talking directly to you.
I was about
Yeah.
to say
More
because the
intimate connection.
phrase podcast war has me like shaking. That sounds so corny. I can't even like get into that podcast war. Like we're arguing with niggas like a podcast war.
It's a debate.
I think this is gonna be
But,
the
like,
summer for
it's-
it though, because it's like
I
we
don't
talked
know,
about it
dog.
a little bit. I think this is gonna be the summer for it because it's just like I don't know if it was the complex list that put a battery in everybody's back, but it's just like Flacco was kind of on that type of energy. Like we can violate each other. Like I'll violate you.
You see what I'm saying?
Academics is on that.
Going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's something
saying.
going
It
on
feels
in the
like there's a
podcast game.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like all podcasts are trying to enter into this heavy competitive
Because-
space right
because
now.
you got to understand, we're talking to rappers who have faked beefs in the past. Like that's a
That's
famous
true.
thing.
That's
of
true.
famous rappers. Like I think 50 Cent, he dissed 𝙼𝚃𝚃𝚃, and he had saw him in like Bangladesh and was like, nigga, why you ain't respond to me? Like we could have
Yeah,
been
he
in the
was pissed that
newspaper
he
in
didn't
South
res-
Korea.
exactly.
Like, what the, like you don't know how the game works.
Yeah,
So
50 was pissed at 𝙼𝚃𝚃 for not responding.
so they're taking that same exact game,
Yeah,
maybe subconsciously too. They don't even know they're doing it
true.
because it's just in them.
And I know some people were trying to like, I was watching like one or two YouTube videos. I can't remember what the channel was, but they were trying to make it seem like Gillie was like, now Joe, be careful, don't play with Gillie. But bro, like,
In a violent manner.
yeah, like because
Ew,
he's
pissed.
bro. I don't think anybody. I could be completely wrong because we haven't seen it yet, but I don't think anybody is at the point where podcast beef is going to turn violent. The only time
Too
we've
much
seen
money.
that happen is with Tax. And that was literally it. It was early in the podcast space.
And he wasn't beefing with a podcast.
And he wasn't beefing with the podcast.
So it don't
either.
even count.
So yeah, that's true. We can't even qualify that. Yeah. So
that complex list was definitely the catalyst for all of this because
for all this, yeah.
Before we were technically competing, but there was no metric. Like we could be like, nigga, I got more ads than you. And then you can be like Joe Budden and just spin it and be like, nigga, I don't like ads.
Okay, and speaking of ads and that, one of the other qualifiers should be actual quality of podcast. And one of the biggest things that fans complained about with the Gillie, if we're talking quality of podcast, who y'all taking? Let's just get that out the way.
I'm taking Joe.
$1 million worth of game or
I'm taking
the Joe Budden podcast?
I don't consider
take
what Gillie does a podcast.
Okay.
Why is that?
Yeah,
It's like-
that's
it's-
definitely a pod, ain't it?
I don't know. It's something different.
It don't feel. It
It's
don't,
like
I
it's-
kind of
it's
understand
something
where you're coming from.
Different. Like, so I would have to go to Joe.
Though. Okay.
You
What's
know what I mean?
different about it?
It's just something different. Like, it's a podcast, but
It doesn't really put you in.
it's
I'm
more
listening
like
to a podcast space.
Is what one generation. 𝙼𝚃 is what he does a podcast.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. I get what you're saying. It feels like he's just. It feels like a pop-up podcast, like how somebody might have a clothing pop-up shop, but it feels like a pop-up podcast. Like
Podcast is so vague. Like
Yeah, it
you can,
really
it's
is.
just talking on a mic.
All
all
the
the
are putting live
podcast
streams
is a
under the
means of
pod-
distribution.
Especially if you see a roadcaster with colorful buttons. That's like your podcast.
A podcast is a means of distribution. The Breakfast Club comes out in podcast format, but
So
it's a
do-
radio show.
It's a
so
radio
so do
show.
those streaming shows. They'll put them on the podcast audio.
There's plenty of podcasts that are really just talk shows. It's just in podcast packaging.
Yeah,
It just comes
or it's
out
on the
on-
podcast app.
Literally, it's in the package.
It's in that genre.
Like that one black dude, he has an HBO show. Shout out to him. I forgot his name. He's bald.
Bald
HBO
black guy
show,
with an
black-
HBO,
HBO
show.
show.
There's a couple of those.
Wow,
probably.
I forgot his name, but shout out to
Shouldn't be
him.
that many, right?
But I would choose Joe Budden for sure, way before.
Yeah, I'm going Joe.
That's
Yeah,
actual
that's what-
podcast. There- Any
Crazy.
podcast that is guest based is not gonna hold up
Nah.
in competition with anything else.
Not
Because
necessarily.
bro, all right, so imagine if you was like, who's going to win in a 1v1? This playmaker or the leading scorer in the NBA?
Right.
When you a guest-based podcast, you doing interviews, it's cool, but you're throwing lives.
Guest-
You're
Damn,
not
you
gonna,
kinda, you
you're
kind
not gonna
of you
score.
kind of putting guest-based podcasts
It's-
in the forms of like,
but it's
you can't-
vague.
Yeah, you can't be the greatest rapper if you've had any help with any bars.
It's like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that. John Stockton isn't in the conversation for the best scorer ever.
But what
Because
about
he was a
Neither is
teammate.
Magic Johnson. These niggas was woo wop and there was
Yeah,
dissing
right,
rap.
But what about like a Joe Rogan? Like he has reoccurring guests that like are his friends. You know what I mean? He's not interviewing them every time
He's
they
done
come
a
on.
lot dolo though.
And like he has years of work when he's just
Yeah.
like just talking to Jamie.
Well,
Like,
and to be either Jamie or like
Joey Diaz.
Brandon Schwab, Joey D.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's a guest, they're so regular, they're not guests.
And that's the
you know what I'm saying?
distinction. Maybe like between, $1 million worth of game and Joe Rogan. It's like they're both guest based, but like
Some guests are there so much they're essentially just substitute hosts.
yeah.
Not even that. Joe Rogan has more interesting guests.
Yeah,
$1 million worth of game has the same guest
style of guest
every
too.
week. It's the
That's
same
true.
person with a different chain,
They've
a
had-
different
yeah.
song,
Yeah.
a different hat.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing too. We can kind of get into this. This Gillie responded to Joe's initial like your little window thing. When that money slow up, you want a podcast beef, and then I ain't like your little ad speech. I took it personally.
Let's talk about that.
The advertisements.
Is having advertisements on your podcast selling your ass for cheap?
It depends on
Not
the
if you get in a
ads.
bag from the ads.
No,
And then also
selling your bag. Selling. No.
no, you can
that's-
have
that's
good
I
ads.
think that's only a positive thing.
Because
Yeah.
that's Joe Budden's point. He's on like the more high horse of like
Keeping it
podcasting should be
essential.
pure.
Right,
it should
right.
just be
Ad free.
ad free. This is not a TV show.
Right.
We're not here to make money. We're
I
here
think
to
is
entertain you.
I think that is his point, but his point I think is more so about what kind of bag you're bringing in.
What type of ads?
Yeah, what type of ads and what kind of brag.
Like if
because
you're bringing a pamper ad in.
Yeah,
Like-
if you don't have control over what the ad is, it's gonna
correct.
be on your show.
And if you didn't negotiate your terms the way like It is like you get this space, but like I can do whatever I want with this shit at the end of the day.
Like, have y'all seen like a video, any video, whatever, and it will be that stupid game ad. It's like a
Oh my God,
that
yes. I know
you
exactly what you're talking
download,
about,
you
bro.
get a free character.
Yes,
that's
bruh.
selling your soul.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever that's selling your soul.
I heard that
That
some of
stupid
those
game
bags
ad.
be the heaviest ones.
Yeah.
Those gaming bags, gambling bags, tobacco bags, nicotine bags.
Dick
Logan
pills.
Paul.
Crazy.
Logan
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
gets he's been called out for like gambling, like getting sponsored by
I'm gonna tell
gambling
y'all right
things.
now, if somebody approaches us with a gambling deal, we're taking it.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
You're talking to a person who would sell crack to a pregnant woman.
Oh my god.
Of course. Hey, kids,
They
you
don't-
want to shoot some dice?
Oh my god. They don't understand the context.
The
of what
context
you're
is wild, but I
talking
The
kind of
context speaks for itself. We've obviously had a discussion where you've mentioned you would sell crack to a pregnant
I
bitch.
did not. It
for
was
the
completely
right
different.
price.
Yeah, nigga, for money. Yes, it doesn't matter what the price is, however much the rocks are.
I'm gonna think, but I think with the largest issue, they can talk advertisements outside of not having control over what type of advertisements are on your thing.
Yeah.
Gillie's advertisements are the worst in podcast history. I'm almost sure.
And
Worst
I
in
remember.
podcast history.
Yeah, let's go ahead. This might need to be its own segment in itself because
Yeah.
the way $1 million worth of game does their ad reads, I will give them. I will say the new Amsterdam ad read that they do is good.
That's
'Cause-
brilliant marketing.
Yeah, I like that one because Gillie has his own little vibe with it.
He's got
But-
sounds associated with
Yeah.
it.
Do Amsterdam vodka. Take it. You know, that's all good.
Yeah.
But when you are you're knee deep in a podcast and they will give you a 10-minute bit from a completely different podcast, I'd be like, what is happening right now?
Or how do you feel about the business spotlight that they do in the middle of the podcast episode?
No,
'Cause
that's what I'm talking about.
My original
Yeah,
thought was
that's
like,
exactly what I'm talking about.
My original thought was that's cool. They trying to game, trying to give
I
out games
thought
to
it
the
was
kids,
cool, and then
but
yeah.
it's just an ad block, and it's probably the.
It's the
if you was
largest
gonna get
one.
that promotion, that's probably the most that you gotta.
For sure.
The most expensive one.
And I think that
It's
one
10
has
minutes
nothing.
long.
And I think that one has nothing to do with Barstool. Like just off the way, anybody's idea of putting a 5-minute podcast in the middle of a 1-hour podcast is like
They
Wait,
put-
let's stop that.
egregious.
Let's stop that right there. That shit is not 5 minutes. That should be like 17, 20 minutes,
It is
bro.
longer than that.
It's
Yeah,
long as fuck, bro. I'd
Yeah,
be like,
exaggerating
bro, what
enough.
the?
yeah, bro.
These
Yeah, I
niggas do a
was,
2-hour sermon in the middle of the
do I
I'd be
podcast,
tight, bro.
trying to
You
teach
never
niggas how to
seen
buy
these?
storage
You
units.
telling me halfway in the middle of their show,
yes.
Yes.
they will put a whole nother show?
Yes,
Dog,
bro.
so
Or are
imagine
they just talking about like, hey,
No.
yo, shout out to
It's an
It's a
interview
whole-
in the middle of the podcast. They get a nigga who's doing
Yeah.
like real estate or something, and
Right.
he's promoting a course so you can learn how to do real estate with the nigga too.
Yeah,
and
essentially.
it's a 15-minute conversation. And
yeah.
like Wallow will be in the middle of telling a prison rape story.
right.
Like the,
Right.
the soap didn't even hit the ground yet. Then it cuts and it's like now we talking
Bro.
about
You
storage.
know what's crazy?
It's-
I've seen that ad,
It's
but
bad.
on IG. So I guess they just throw
Okay.
that. Like,
They
if you
literally
don't know how
throw-
to, if you don't know how to make shirts after this,
Bro, they literally
Hey, you know-
put that 10, 15-minute bit.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching, and I forgot they did it because I don't watch all $1 million worth of game episodes.
You know what I'm
The last
saying?
one I watched was the DJ Envy,
DJ.
the Breakfast Club one.
Yeah.
And as I'm watching it, it's this Asian couple talking about some sort of business that they're doing.
Probably
and
on
I'm,
the laundry man's and nail
yeah,
salons.
and I'm like, and I'm hitting skip on the thing.
Forever,
I'm like,
nigga,
I'm
forever.
like, God damn, boy, I'm still hitting skip on
Bro,
this
I ain't
joint,
never
you know
had
what
to
I'm
hit the 15-second shit so much
Bro,
or the 30
it's
seconds.
crazy,
It's crazy,
and
bro.
it's
you hit
like-
it 15 times, like nigga, skip
and it's
30 seconds.
and it's so aggressive. They might even be at a different set. It's literally like if just in the middle of a sentence, we just skip to the LOI show
Yeah.
and give you 10 minutes of y'all show.
no cross the fade.
No cross the fade.
Yeah.
No, give us a second. We're gonna give you a little bit. There's no introduction. It's just a hard chop.
There's no lube.
There's
They
no
just
nothing.
throw it
All
right
of a
in.
sudden, we're in the
For
middle
sure.
of the LOI show, and
For
we're
sure.
like,
No foreplay,
and
none of
we're
that
in
shit.
mid conversation. That's another thing. When they'll jump to those joints, it'd be like low key mid conversation. They'll do this like 3 to 5 second intro of the person. Yeah, so tell us about what you do real quick. It's like, damn, bro, like
Yeah.
you throwing this on me. Like it's
I don't
crazy.
care what this nigga does.
Yeah, bro, and it has nothing to do with the reason we're there. Kodak Black is there talking about him getting out of jail and
Grabbing his mom's
success.
ass.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it's how to start a home medical nursing program. It's like, what?
And I get what they trying to do. It's like, shout out to you for trying to highlight people, but come on, just have a second. Like,
And I do, and that is the thing. I do like that when I do sit around and listen to them, I'll be like, oh, damn, these are some ways to get some bread. Like,
right.
And there are some advertisements that I do enjoy that $1 million worth of game has that I don't see in other podcast space. Like, they have advertisements for getting into the Dodge Academy. So, like, if you want to go to do a trade school, like, instead of going to trade school for auto mechanics, sign up for Dodge. Has a program where they'll put you through Dodge school. I'm like, now these are some good advertisements. You know what I'm saying? Because those are ways, it's just, you know, those are local ways where real middle class people can get into a career making $80,000 to $100,000 a year. You know what I mean? So I do like that they have advertisements like that. And I think those are like Barstool influence, but you don't see advertisements like that on any other podcast. But I think those are good because those help the middle class person actually change the position of their life that they're in without telling them they have to be an investor or be a, you know, that's everybody wants you to be
this $1,000 course that you're going to complete in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Instead of just telling them this is a career path you can
Rational.
do. Rational, yeah.
Right.
You can work for the railroad. Like I do enjoy that. You know what I'm saying?
We can't blame niggas trying to get $1 million off of giving you $1 million worth of game.
Yeah.
But
like, they told you it was worth $1 million, and now they're trying to get their $1 million.
it's a fine line.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like selling out and having your integrity is like, it's like one step
Removed.
Like, step on either one.
It's one degree of separation.
And integrity is subjective to the person.
It damn sure is.
Exactly.
Like there's a woman out here who is morally intact sucking 15 penises a day.
That's probably
For
not
money.
enough for her.
Facts.
They're like she's perfectly within her realm.
That's a strong
I'm
number,
not
bro.
fulfilled until I hit 20.
Yeah, I could have hit 30. You could have been. That's a whole other
Bitch
conversation.
has aspirations.
Competing with a best
Yeah.
friend and shit. Like, bitch, I got 30 today.
Like Vaughn and his homie. Nigga, do you
Yeah,
think
for
you thing
real.
today?
Yeah.
I did my thingy thing today. It's like 19 dicks.
That was crazy. Do the thing.
Oh,
Vaughn was
Yeah, they
hilarious.
said
for
Vaughn
that.
used to
All
wake up at
cum
7
shots.
in the morning. Like, I gotta get somebody today. Like, nigga, what? You up at the crack of dawn to do a drill?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was different, bro. But just not talking about that. But yeah. So, but I think $1 million worth of game does have to. They've got to. If we're talking quality of podcast,
Yeah.
that severely brings their quality of podcast down. I think
Yeah.
the way they choose to do advertisements, even outside of the Barstool ads, just those inserts, because I know that's them. There's no way a marketing department would ever approve a 10-minute podcast in the middle of another podcast. There's no way.
Like, by the way, I feel like I've seen it, but it's been a minute.
I can
It
see
Yeah.
the way
sounds very ghetto.
the way you
Yeah,
speak,
yes.
I know you've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it.
Very ghetto.
The way you speak, I know you've never seen it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
you would know, bro.
It screams ghetto.
Yeah.
It
It
really
works in
does.
television commercials. Imagine you was watching Snowfall and then you got to see Flo fucking advertise Progressive for 15 minutes.
But even
Yeah.
then, it's like the show lets you know that it's about to be commercial.
They at
Like,
least lick it before they stick it.
Yeah.
Right, for sure. They don't on
Yeah.
this at all.
And it cuts off at the perfect moment. It's a little cliffhanger-ish.
But it,
which is good though.
and it takes you
Like,
out.
TV, yeah.
It takes you
yeah.
out of the
Oh, you're talking about
experience so much
Facts.
that there's been several times when I've actually listened to the whole thing, I forgot where we left off in the conversation.
True.
Yeah.
Like that's when you know it's bad. Like scientifically, or not scientifically, but marketing and research wise, I used to work for a TV company where I would program commercials, and so in prime time, the most commercial spaces you want to give in prime time is 2 minutes max. That's how much time you give, and we're talking prime time as in the 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock on ABC. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing more than 2 minutes. Maybe the last ad break is 2.5, but that's where the most expensive pack commercials are. Commercials don't last longer than 30 minutes, 30 seconds, 1 minute at absolute max. But if you see a 1 minute commercial in there, they have paid that bag, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But commercials are broken up between 15, 30, and 1 minute. There's so the fact that even in TV and advertisement, they know don't do more than 2.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Even when we start doing commercials on here, they're not going past 2 minutes, period. You know what I mean?
There's a law of diminishing returns.
Exactly,
After a while, you lose me.
There's a person, there's a reason for this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like they just completely ignored that. And that does bring it down. But, and I guess the way Joe chooses to do his business is Joe would rather have like use a company sponsor the entire episode.
Yeah.
And then just put the
Exactly.
put the lower third up there, the Cashapp thing. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't have to read nothing. I'm not taking away from the quality. And I do respect that a lot. You know what I'm saying? But there's a perfect balance to everything. I don't think no ads is I don't think by having no ads make you just a less of a podcast. I think that's goofy. But I do think there's too much.
There's levels to it.
Yeah, there's levels to it for sure. What was this other response that Gillie had? I think it might have.
Yeah, there's another one in here.
I think it kind of has the goes. Okay, after the washed up. Let me hit this because Gillie's responding. But yeah, after the washed up rap career, in and out of rehabs, all the beating up itches. Now you want a podcast beef. If you beef when you get started, what? I'll beef with you when you start getting some money. Oh, some ad money. Oh, we just covered all this. Yeah. I think we're done. Yeah, we covered all this. I should have put it in the last. We should have read it during the last segment, but whatever. You know.
Do you think that Gillie should watch his mouth when he speaks about Joe Budden? That's some shit that you can say when you're number one on the list.
Like, nigga, you're a part of the mob.
You
baby.
have all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he cares about burning bridges though. Gillie.
Who?
Gillie. You're saying Joe?
You think that's what the sentiment is?
Yeah.
He should be burning bridges. I think it's
Bro,
more of a
when
kiss the ring aspect.
Yeah.
So where it's like, nigga, who the fuck are you?
You think Joe wants him to kiss the ring?
Yeah.
For sure. Joe definitely wants that. Gillie would never do that though. I mean,
Plus, Joe makes it hard for you to like respect him on that level.
Exactly.
So I'm
Yeah.
not about to give him
Especially
that
once he
type
crosses
of-
the line.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
never just like get to the point. Like Joe knows how to get to a point where it's just like, okay,
Yeah. Like,
we can't do this with each other. I can't even fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
arguing with Joe is exhausting. You
yeah,
gotta have some real stamina.
you do. And I know I don't got the time for it.
Nobody has the time for that.
Yeah.
Only people who have the time for that is like the Dominican bitches he be fucking importing.
Yeah, right.
Allegedly.
They
He
can go all night.
he got a sister right now. I think though.
He got a what?
I think he got a sister right now.
I don't know what she is, but her proportions are outrageous.
They are.
Oh, he be posting
Her proportions
He
are
does.
comically outrageous. She
But
looks
when is-
animated. She looks
Bruh.
like Miss Incredible.
But he's the most consistent in terms of this is what he does. Like,
Yeah.
like, he's never not, even when it wasn't in style, Joe was running around with women like that. Like that's
Facts.
always,
Balloon, they
Facts.
built like balloon animals.
yeah, like we've never seen him not with the thickest thing in the world. Like he was on BBLs and enhancements.
Thickest thing in the world.
Yeah, he was on BBLs and enhancements from the very beginning.
I wonder what that is.
I thought he was Dominican.
Who, Joe?
When I first heard of Joe Budden.
He might as well be.
He looked Dominican, like he looked a little Spanish.
Yeah, he does. He looked
He
Dominican.
look like he plays some baseball.
Then his beard
Let me
is
open
like
up the notes
his
because
beard texture is very straight.
But if he his mustache is saving him. That's what's keeping him black.
Yeah,
You see, I think
If he got that beard and took off the top of that mustache, his name could be Ezekiel.
that would be crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He hits home runs, nigga. Nah.
He could be Omar for all
He
we
could play
know.
for the Dodgers.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's.
Omar is a multiracial name.
Omar.
That could be a black and a Mexican.
I met black Omars. I met white Omars. I met Muslim Omars.
Omar.
Omar.
I met a lot of Omars. I think we've pretty much covered Gillie and.
I about to say, man, these old ass niggas, man, they need to cut it out. I feel like
Do y'all want to see any of them fight? Actually throw
fist
hands?
fight? Nah, man.
because
Yeah,
This is a war
This is
of
Pod
words.
Wars, man. It's
This is
Pod
la-
Wars.
This is language arts, nigga.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. this
I will
is
say
language.
Go
though,
articulate yourself.
Joe does talk like he does speak like he had the best hands in the game or something. Like the way he
He
talks.
talks highly of the man. He does.
Well, I wonder what
He
his
does.
record is.
He does talk highly of the man.
Yeah.
God
That's a fact.
knows what he went through when he was on Angel Dust. Like,
Bro,
who knows
yeah,
what
when
he
you
did.
when you're
Facts,
buying hard
facts.
drugs, bro,
Bro.
you
Where are
fight
you
more than the
going?
average person.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
there's a couple life paths that lead you to fight more.
Bro.
Being gang affiliated,
Yep.
being a drug user and seller.
Bro.
I would say what else? Being homosexual.
Whoa. You think being gay puts you in more danger?
I think
You
they
have to defend.
projects.
They defend themselves more.
I
than
think they
people
throw
other
hands
people.
way
Yeah.
more than the average
Yeah.
For
straight
real?
person.
The other
Yeah.
day, I saw this one gay dude and like He was built very brittle. I couldn't imagine anybody else wanting to have.
Okay, I
take
take that back. I would say black.
He's like a
gay.
wet
I
napkin.
would say black African American gay people.
Oh,
Because
he was
maybe
black.
like
Oh yeah, is that
like-
that's what I thought of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
that's
of
all I
too.
was
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
like
But like a
white
white dude, like he might have already grew up in a liberal house. Like he might have 2 dads already.
It was a
He's not
brittle-
fighting nearly as
it was
much.
a
I wonder
brittle
why
white
gay
boy.
dudes don't have better hands on average then. They gotta have more fights.
Why they don't have more hands?
I've seen
better
black
hands?
gay dudes with some
I've
hands.
seen gay dudes turn real masculine when
That's
it's
the
time to throw them
thing.
hands.
I've never seen.
I don't even.
You
like,
haven't?
Nope.
Haven't.
Nigga,
hands.
I've
I've
seen
only
it-
seen the latter.
Nigga, I've seen gay dudes with press on with nails take the get up in that muff, go crazy.
Whoa.
Nigga, what?
Wow.
You see,
Boxing
of course,
niggas up,
of
bro.
course, I've seen the ones that fight like women, but
I've
they
seen that
they
too.
instantly have an advantage because they're fighting like they grabbing and they're holding, they're pulling.
Yeah,
they're really
doing a
doing
bunch
judo.
of windmills. They're doing.
Really doing judo.
yeah, yeah.
How you feel about gay dudes fighting women?
Oh
That's
nah,
crazy.
that's crazy.
Ah, that's
crazy.
crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But
That's crazy.
I've seen gay dudes online argue with women
Like they were gonna fight?
like they're going to, and I'm like, this is kind of crazy.
Fighting.
Like,
or
are you really
hitting?
about to throw hands with her? Like, this is. Yeah, y'all might be on the same mental level, but you're still a
Yeah.
man,
Y'all
bro. You know.
shop at the same Sephora, but
Yeah, exactly. But you can't be really think you're about to be boxing her, right?
You in
But
a
I'm-
different weight class still, nigga.
Yeah.
It's different though. It's different. Like fighting or hitting. Like one little
It's
smack.
the same thing. One little smack.
Say you say
What
that's
does one
okay.
little smack lead to? Another
Because
little
he
smack.
can't. Yeah, because it's gonna
Yeah,
go back to.
yeah.
He can't smack
She
her.
gets
One,
back up.
She can smack him,
Yeah.
and it could be one little smack. But if he hits her, it's still a man that hit a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because his one smack could devastate her compared to her smack. He could eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not even. Once you start getting physical, it's like the genders all of a sudden. Nobody
I
cares about your
saw-
sexuality
Yeah,
anymore.
because fucking dudes doesn't make you weaker. There's plenty of niggas in prison that'll take your ass.
But it's
Yeah.
so like hidden. It's so vague with like can you put your hands on a woman? I remember we was at lunch right with Dale. Shout out to Dale and Ariana. Right. So we're chilling talking. Out of nowhere, right? Ariana gets up. I'm thinking they're playing like she's like, oh really? She's from New Jersey.
She's from
You can imagine.
Okay.
Oh really?
she
Oh
hits
really?
men. Yeah.
Boom! Straight to the face. Pow.
I've
Dale,
seen that so
Dale
many-
cheeks. Dale, his cheek goes right. Like he goes, what the? Like
Yeah.
he does the exasperated. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't believe
he
it.
doesn't know what he should do.
That's bro. Because
He's bewildered.
That's the thing with like getting in altercations with women. It's like, I think you don't know what you would do because you don't know how it's gonna feel.
Yeah.
If she hits you and it feels like a girl hitting you, it's like, bitch, get away from me.
You might laugh.
But if
Say.
she hits you and it's like,
I don't know though.
you know what I'm saying? Like, then you might naturally react just off the way that the blow came. You know what I'm
The
saying?
fight of the
I
flight.
push,
Yeah, because it might send you into a different mode if she hit you with some form, like she been doing MMA and jiu-jitsu and you ain't know,
Yes.
and she hit you with some shit that really have you stumbling like, what
Yeah.
the
Give her an
fuck?
automated response.
But like my rule is with the whole like boxing women or something like that, if she has like facial hair, I'm boxing her for real.
Yeah.
Because I've seen plenty
That's
of
the
like
qualifier?
studs with like goatees and stuff. Yeah,
So
but I still won't go as far as I would with a dude.
Yeah, but she has testosterone.
a stud
but-
doesn't
yeah.
count though.
Studs count.
Stud don't count.
Oh, a stud count.
What does she not count as?
A woman.
Okay.
Because they don't count. because they don't count them.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Because they don't count themselves as women.
Yeah,
They
nah.
don't. That's true.
So-
that's
That's,
true.
That's
that's
fair.
like calling a Puerto Rican a Mexican.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because even with then I still can't take it as far like if she's gonna hit me and it's probably gonna have like nigga force behind it and it'll hurt me. But like a 2 or 3 piece from me, it's still gonna end it. Like I don't need to do 7. I don't need to throw 7, 8, 9, 10 blows. You know what I mean? But if it was a dude, I'll go until I
Yeah.
feel like stopping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm about to
but
say.
with a chick, it's like. If you get one clean hit on a chick, it's like, bro. I just think about like the last like 2 to 3 people I punched, and I'm like, oh my god, I saw what it did to a grown man. Like,
Yeah.
what woman could handle this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
This nigga has chest hair.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I had put him to. He's snoring right now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine hitting a woman like this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is crazy. Like, I thought I killed this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Punch her through 12 buildings like Superman.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
I wonder what Joe Budden's policies are on this.
Now that would be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting conversation because
He probably has etiquette with it. Like he likes to get high.
Well,
he
you
likes
remember
he likes to take a shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you remember his whole allegation of sitting on the chest? You know, he probably thought that was safer because in his past experience, or he just like looked at he's the type to look at the anatomy and be like, you know, it's a little too dangerous if I go up, so let me just sit slightly lower on her abdomen.
And this bitch will still stop breathing for a few seconds.
She'll think I'm killing her, but I know I'm being as safe as I can possibly can and scaring her equal on, you know, he's probably thought about it on that level.
This nigga's waterboarding bitches.
Yeah.
You feel like you drowning, but you all right.
Yeah, right.
In the context of that, like, where did that start? Like, he just sat on her?
With the old extra it was an extra bastard thing. I don't know. We're talking about a story, and that's a story that's like 10, 15 years old.
We talking about Joe Budden, Angel Dust, Dominican women.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
There's no telling what happened.
It's a recipe for good reality TV too.
They probably don't even know what happened.
Yeah, right. They probably forgot.
But speaking of niggas mishandling hoes and shouldn't be giving advice on this, Akademiks is out here giving more commentary on some of his ops.
Yeah.
It's like he's not. It's always a field day for this nigga when something legitimately bad happens to somebody he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Because he's just going to extrapolate it.
Yes.
He's going to blow it up.
Dissect
It's going to be new words and new phrases developed around it. Like this is better. This is content better for Akademiks.
It really is.
This is his favorite thing to cook.
And
he has a recipe for how to deal with this.
He does. And the thing with Akademiks is like, I think we'll get to this. Reddit post about has Ak fallen off at the end of our Freddie Gibbs conversation, because I think this is where that's where we can talk about that. You know what I mean? But like Freddie Gibbs and his baby mom, his future baby mom, because the baby's still in the womb, Fit Mami, is expecting a baby from Freddie Gibbs, and apparently, I didn't know this about Freddie Gibbs. I don't follow him enough. Yeah. He's doing his typical role of just like being deadbeat, which I didn't know that was like. I didn't realize that was a character trait that he had. You know, because I never followed him enough. But apparently, he doesn't want nothing to do with none of his kids, which I didn't know that.
Oh, he's a habitually horrible father.
That's what apparently.
He's
that's
a
what.
deadbeat.
Yeah, apparently this is like 3 kids in. Like this is a character for this is a character trait of him.
I mean, nothing about anything he's ever said or done is striking me as this nigga's a family man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I didn't know he had multiple kids.
I didn't either. I really didn't know until this thing came up, and then it was like,
them little niggas.
He was good at rapping.
So I mean, in this, of course, Akademiks. This is he's his mortal enemy.
Yeah,
he got Fit Mami on the phone. And they did a 1 hour and 15-minute live stream conversation about his entire relationship with his baby mom.
This is moments like this when I question the sanity of these rappers and these niggas who do things and select these bitches.
Yeah.
Like
this is all selection
what
flaw.
What do you have to do wrong for your girl to go do a podcast about who you are?
With your mortal enemy. Like that needs to be said.
Like I would like to imagine that even if things go completely horrible with my bitch, I was pimping enough to where she had the respect for me to never do that.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter how treacherous it gets, because there's certain lines that she's not gonna cross because of a certain way she views you.
He messed
right.
up.
I think that's as low as it gets.
It's a certain care and respect that she had.
That's as low as it gets because
she immediately ran to Akademiks.
She did.
Almost like the bitch was paid.
Yeah,
bro. Like that's
yeah.
ex-baby for real.
Hold up. We're talking about Akademiks. He might have dropped a bag, though. We're talking about Akademiks at the same time. Akademiks is willing to pay for dirt.
And
and
if he's a deadbeat, she probably needed the money. It's not like she's like the best porn star in the world.
And
like,
she said in the little thing, he never helped me. Long story short, his pimping wasn't like, he never afforded her lifestyle.
She was paying his phone bill allegedly.
Now let's be clear. She was also paying her. She's also paying her other baby daddy's phone bill too.
Yep. So that's her.
So
like
it's like
she's not really smart on her own end.
This is her thing. I think
she's a concubine. Let's not get it.
Yeah.
She is a concubine.
No, hold on. Let's not disrespect. This is a good bitch.
She's solid.
She sounded solid. She sounded really solid, bro.
I like her. Yeah.
She sounded real solid. I ain't gonna hold you.
No.
Sounded real solid.
When I listened to what they were talking about and the way like she sounded level-headed, she ain't sound like that spiteful of a. She sounded like she was really trying to hold somebody down who she fucked with.
She sounded like a real hoe, because the thing about a real hoe and the thing that's beautiful about women too, and especially about hoes, is like when you have a hoe in your life, that woman has open herself up to you 100% like who she is, right? So you have to be responsible with that. In terms of Freddie Gibbs, apparently he told her to get off birth control. Apparently he told her, I'm gonna put a baby in you. So it's like she would have done the opposite. He could have just said, stay on birth control, and we would have never had babies, and they would have had a harmonious relationship. You know what I'm saying? But like he opened it up, and then now he doesn't want to do it. So you also got to be careful with these type of joints because then they'll flip. You know what I mean?
And like, it's like this is all her words.
That's
so
true. This is very true.
I'm taking it in,
Grain of
but
salt.
I'm also trying to see like how it could be flipped and misused. Like this, because that can happen.
For sure the cell phone thing. That's like I'm kind of ignoring that because the cell phone thing is the whole. Now, this was really interesting. It just made me realize how regular these niggas are. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people getting 100,000 views in 12 hours.
And this nigga's sponsored by Cricket.
Yeah, they had a conversation where she's like, I'm a veteran. I get 15% off through AT&T.
She did used to be in the military.
Yeah, so since you need a new phone, just put it on my plan. It's going to be cheaper anyway. These are conversations I've had with women in my life. These are conversations I've had with my sister. You know what I'm saying? I got a good deal over here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even using the whole I paying his phone bill against him because he obviously has enough money to pay his own phone bill. It just situationally wise, it worked out. You know,
Said it was a
And
deal.
with her being solid, like that's the thing, right? Like. And I believe,
iffy, I guess,
I believe with any woman you with, at any moment, you have to be prepared that she will grab a knife.
That's a fact.
And try to kill you. That's just
fact.
what I believe.
No.
That's what I believe.
That's 100%.
What I've seen.
That's 100%.
What I've experienced.
No. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like no matter how solid.
No matter how
'Cause it's
solid
just
they are.
Especially
the emotions have enough power to take over all logic.
And I'm talking like I'm generalizing about regular women. This isn't a regular girl.
Hey,
She's a
fact.
porn star. She's a concubine, a harlot. Nigga. She's not normal.
Yeah, that's a
know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, she's cool though. She looks cool.
Yeah, she has an interesting look, and that baby, I feel like that baby's gonna be born without a single follicle of hair on his head.
But Akademiks, I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if he paid her because she also talked about how she lost money because she wasn't doing boy-girl scenes no more. Because out of respect for her relationship, which if you are gonna mess with a porn star, then
I've been saying P.
It's all good. That's a I would mess with a porn star, but that's one of those rules that has to be established. Like there are no more boy-girl scenes. Like in this, so because I would for sure do it, but not if you're doing everything still. That's crazy to me. Like,
what's your stance on this?
It's on the level that you put her on. Like, that's what I mean. Like, she was in a relationship with him.
Right.
That's what I believe.
For sure.
I think
they
Freddie
were.
was just chilling with her.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
She
But she
feels
was
like
in a relationship.
Nope.
She feels like he was part of the. She feels like she was part of his album
But
rollout.
I would
flew her out.
agree
They
with
went on
you,
dates.
but you have to see the selfies.
They went on.
That nigga was grinning
I've seen him.
He was smitten.
I've seen him.
Nigga, he was blushing.
They were in love. They were in love.
You know
Facts.
what level of emotion it takes to make a dark-skinned man blush?
Have you ever messed
That's a
with
fact,
a
though.
porn star? Have any of y'all messed with a porn star?
I
Have you
messed-
ever, felt those skills before?
Yes, I have. It's something different.
It's like smiling in the mirror,
It
different,
is.
right?
But
It
we
is.
have to
Exactly.
qualify porn star because it's bitches
Corn.
fucking on corn star.
Yeah.
And I said bitches.
No, it's all
Yeah,
good.
that's that, whatever.
This clip will just have to be edited up, but we're so deep into the podcast, the full episode will be fine.
Not even no matter.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
corn stars are bitches who fuck on film
Yeah.
professionally.
Right.
There's bitches at home doing
Worse.
makeshift things in their living room.
Yeah.
Are they porn stars?
Well, to be fair, you only get the corn star title when you work for a major company.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't even classify a poppin' OnlyFans girl as a corn star because she hasn't worked with a major company. So we can just
She
call
don't
her.
have a label.
She's an
Only
underground rapper.
OnlyFans girl or something.
She's an underfans sex worker. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
all. It's just sex worker.
Underfans.
Yeah, underfans. Yeah, I guess that would be the underground. Yeah, underfans. Yeah, but I have messed with a girl like that, but you also have to remember the type of person it takes to be in that field. These are not regular women.
No,
y'all. They're
not at all.
They're not regular women on any level. So even daily communication with them is very different. Like I was in a situation where it was like, yeah, the physical part, mind blowing. Yeah, I'm out there. I'll be doing the pictures. I'll be doing all that. I'll do the matching outfits with you. That's how good the physical part was. But the outside the physical part. Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody save me.
What did you have to deal with?
The conversations. Okay, so I was dealing with a chick. I got to make sure this doesn't get real specific because this person does watch me still.
Are you still watching her?
No, I run into her every
Still
so
shooting
often.
scenes?
Good question.
No. I don't watch her. No. But I never turn her down when it comes back. It comes back like every year. Like comes back every year and a half. It comes back. I'm always accepting.
Oh shit! Like,
Does she come with new moves? More credentials on the resume?
Normally, yeah.
Look what I learned.
And I don't even think they're new moves. It's just she hasn't showed me this one yet.
Like, look at you, like you're pondering on this. Like, so we already know how Freddie Gibbs was feeling.
It's like that.
He's rubbing his chin like,
It's like
yeah,
that.
I
It's
mean,
like-
she don't really like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
should do that. Man.
Right.
not a
But
plethora
long
of
story
new
short,
moves.
why I couldn't deal with it outside of that, I was dealing with a chick who like, when you also deal with, this is like, you also deal with women who have like that, like when they coochie has put them on yachts and things of that nature, but you're not on a yacht no more. You're in this good state of Carolina
With the same pussy.
with the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to be like a
but you're-
distortion in your brain.
But you know, like, you know, a lot of women, when they've experienced something this high, they can't even bring themselves down to this level, even
Right.
though you've always been here.
That's
Right.
what alimony is.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like you have to deal with that. You still have to deal with yacht talk, but your car's seems to always be in the shop though. You know what I mean? Relax. You're not there no more. You know what I'm saying?
You got a Chevy
You weren't even
Malibu.
paying for that when
That's
you
where-
were there. You
That's
know
where
what
you
I'm
gotta know how to put some sour in your mac and put a
Exactly.
little
Oh no,
salt up in that.
for sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then there's some that are just so far gone.
Yeah.
And it's just like now that based off the way that the relationship has been, I don't even mind letting it go away because I know it comes back after about a year and a half.
But okay, let's
She's
say
eventually going to get kicked off that yacht.
Exactly.
if you was messing with her, yeah, for sure.
This nigga AJ at the dock on a jet ski.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But if you was messing with her, like, would you still let her, or like, would you still be cool with her doing, you know, boy girl scenes?
He said no.
No, not if I'm going in there with no glove. If I'm going in there with no glove, bruh, nah.
But
They
but
say that's the
they get
safest pussy.
tested though.
They
Yeah,
say
they be the
it's the
safest.
cleanest.
yeah, but then they also have apparently there's some new thing. The last time I watched No Jumper, there's some new thing that they got going around that doesn't even show up on test.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't even know.
It's a
and
mutation.
Is it even real?
It's like some new mutation that's affecting the corn industry that like they had to develop a whole new test for. So I don't want no parts.
Like
of
a
that.
new STD type shit?
Yes.
Oh, wait. We create new STDs now.
Yeah, bruh. So I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, if I'm good on that.
Yeah.
And
already
even
good on that.
and I just wouldn't do it, bro. Just because it just depends on what type of level. If this is just a chick that's on my roster, she's not position one, then it's like whatever. I don't care as
Yeah.
much. But if this was like my primary, nah.
But
hell
nah,
no.
we're talking like second, third place.
second and
Because
third
I don't
place.
think this was
Second
Freddie
and-
Gibbs' first.
That's true.
This
Sec-
was
second and
his
third.
He
wife.
has
No,
a
this
baby
is-
mother.
this was
he
his
has a baby
wife.
mother.
So you think
Yeah, but
baby
he-
mamas
I don't think-
automatically occupy?
automatically?
But she a baby mama now too, and apparently he was the one who brought that up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so she's
According
one
to
of
her.
his.
According to her.
Man,
I couldn't
according
do it,
to
bro.
her.
I can't do it. Even if I know you're getting like gangbangs ran on you, it's just not hitting for me.
Yeah.
For me, period. Even if you are just a joint that I can hit up once a month to get some, it's just like, damn, man, yeah, you just ran a train like two of them, like, you know what I'm saying? You're thrilled about it. I just can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just too much. And I'm okay. My whole thing with the hoeing is I don't care how bad you are. Just I don't want you to carry yourself like the activities you do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't carry yourself like you just had a train ran on you 5 days a week, I'm okay with that.
It's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
So you want hoes that have secret identities?
yeah. All of them. Yeah, for sure.
Escorts.
Yeah, that's why I'm sure when I get money, I will be a purchaser.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
questions
word?
asked. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
No
yeah.
questions
what's
asked.
two
He's not even
bands?
asking questions.
Yeah, what's two bands? Like,
Yeah.
and then especially when you could put it in part, it's a write-off too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's all right.
So you wouldn't fuck A porn star? You would
What?
fuck a prostitute before a porn star?
I'd hit both. Let's be clear. I'd hit both.
I was about to
Okay.
say, but that is a write-off.
Yeah, there's ways to do it as a write-off for sure.
Like,
Well,
what?
by the way, you put them as an employee. When they're on the team, you can put them as an employee.
They're working.
They're working.
Facts.
So you cut them a paycheck, the same time you cut everybody else a paycheck.
Bitches on payroll.
That's interesting.
Pussy on payroll.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
think it'll ever come to that. But it's
a certain
cool
level
to
of
have
money.
that as an option.
It's a certain level of money. I don't know if I'll hit that.
Yeah.
I hope I hit that level of money. And if I do, and I might not do it. But I'm saying I would not turn it down.
Not
based
opposed
off-
to the idea.
I'm not opposed to the idea on any level. Based off what I've heard about it a little bit here and there, I'm like, this makes a lot of sense. Like, why would I be active, especially if I'm like out here hustling, working, I'm doing 10, 12-hour days every single day.
You don't got time to text.
I don't have
bitches.
time to text you, Court. It's like, why not have somebody who's solid that understands what I do? Because you also got to remember, once you get to that level, these women are professionals. This woman, you can take her to a date and she speaks 7 languages.
Yeah.
She speaks 7 languages. She'll close a deal for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
She has the correct
Yeah,
pronunciation
it's not
of the
even.
word.
It's
Of the
it's
food
way
on the menu.
it's different than just a chick that I can call up to get some good sex from. You know, this is
yeah.
a chick that can really benefit at the same time.
So many like amenities.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a beneficial part of this team. You know what I mean?
She comes put together.
That's what you hope for the girl that you end up settling down with and being your girl. That is what she's an asset to you as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just somebody who can cook and clean, but can also somebody that can. You put her in any room, she can work that room with you. You know, because women are social creatures. So you don't want. I don't want no girl that's socially awkward. Like
Don't you feel like most are?
a
Maybe
lot
that's
are,
just-
but I've had good. I'm good. I've been good at the girls that I have around.
You make sure, like, all right.
Yeah, I'm not bringing
yeah.
no girl around if I think she's gonna be weird, like or socially awkward. Like most of the girls that I've ever brought around,
Yeah.
they're pretty socially inept. You know what I'm saying?
So all we're really saying here is that academics fell off. Because
Yeah.
we went from talking about this nigga to something far more interesting.
We damn
purchasing
sure did.
pussy.
No,
did.
no, not necessarily.
Yeah, and that's necessary. I don't even remember the point about academics that led
well,
to purchasing
yeah,
pussy.
we were pretty much
Because-
just talking about him just stooping to the level of just having this girl. Was really the girl stooping to the level of getting on the phone with him.
And he connects to Freddie Gibbs because they have like kind of like beef.
I
But
feel
I don't think academics is falling off.
I don't think he's low for that. So we'll jump over to the next. We'll jump over to that.
Isn't he like richer than he's ever been?
So now this
In his words, like he's up.
he's up right now.
That's what he's in his
So this is a
words.
Reddit post from 𝙼-AD9511. Act falling off. He set the standard for YouTubers in hip hop, and since breaking out and everyday struggle ending, Akademiks ain't brought nothing new to the landscape or his approach. Young streamers doing 10 times his numbers, and somehow his content is still more immature than theirs. Hasn't even upgraded his streaming space / quality and brag about being rich. Boss up act.
Now, to say that his content is still more immature than theirs, when you say these other streamers, you're being very vague. There's a nigga
I
who
think he's
is
mainly-
celebrated for
yeah.
being slightly mentally retarded that lights fireworks in his bedrooms. How is that
That's true.
more
That is
mature
true. That
than
is true.
academics talking about healthy men and women relationships?
Yeah, because I don't even know how many streamers we can even put in there. The only streamer that we can talk about, I feel like, is Kai
Kai
Cenat.
Cenat.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we can't talk about no I Show Speed. He literally, like you said, you're lighting fireworks in the house. I
He's
mean,
Forrest Gump.
that's as immature as it gets. He screams like
He's Black Forrest Gump.
yeah.
But
so-
Made money, though.
also academics, even if he does slightly fall off, I feel like he'll always retain a group of people because his specific nature of his stream, he talking about some shit that nobody else is really covering in this way.
Now, what I will say though is, and I will ask y'all, do you think Ak has falling into what he called the golden era rappers, old and dusty, in terms of this media space that he's in? Because let's remember that Ak was the first to set a new format
Right.
of online hip hop media in that terms of that voicing over YouTube videos, GIFs back and forth, groundsetter, trendsetter. He is the blueprint of new media in terms of YouTube and landscape. But there's been a lot more people that have come after him, and they are getting more money than him, I think. I think there's some channels that are bigger than him. Their quality is higher.
Yep.
And they also have they're evolving. You know what I'm saying? They're moving with the wave. Has he kind of pigeonholed himself and he's just really riding off he's riding off the buzz of, I was the first to do it. Big act, you know what I'm saying? All you niggas are my sons. Technically, yeah, they are.
That is a huge wave to ride. You can ride that wave for the
think it's
whole
everlasting?
summer.
Bro,
Nothing's everlasting.
I think DJ Akademiks will always be here. The nigga, he made War and Chirac.
Right?
Like, that channel is connected to so many people who are in themselves, like, are their own entity. Like,
But you also got to remember, he's the same person that would talk shit about how these rappers are old and dusty and broke, but there's people coming after him getting more money than him.
That's why you can't bank on your youth, because it's fleeting. You're not gonna have it forever.
So you can't. So the same way a rapper would bank on their youth is the same way he can't bank on his
being the
rich.
young.
What up?
Because he used to be the hot young nigga that was the first person doing what he was doing.
Right.
You're not gonna be the hot young nigga forever.
Right.
Like, ideally, you want to be the hot or the lukewarm old nigga.
but what is more money? Like, he's already rich.
And more money is very.
More money is
what
vague.
do we mean by that?
I
like
would
they're
say-
making more money
Yeah.
now.
Okay, let's talk about this. So Aka's the first person that we also saw actually use Twitch. That's where his chat nigga origins
Chat nigga.
even grew.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the same platform that he even told us about and put us onto. Everybody else that's on that platform essentially does way better than him.
But that's
the
what's gonna
Aiden
happen.
Rosses, the 𝚑𝚃, the AMP
But
house.
look at what they're doing. Like,
Right.
DJ Akademiks is like 30-something years old.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I think he's like 32 or something like that.
You can't
yeah.
really. It's hard to compare, like, with the AMP. Like, they're a whole collective.
But let's talk. So we can talk about T-Pain though. T-Pain does more numbers on Twitch than he does. I
The
think
Akademiks.
Then I can just
Yeah.
see,
What is T-Pain doing on
and
Twitch?
this T-Pain's going kind of
What's
crazy.
it? What's it called? You're just talking, but it's a thing. It's a word for it.
Yeah,
It's a category of content on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a
then.
type of stream.
Where you're just talking. I forgot.
He has a
not sure.
high quality produced show too, but we also got to remember how talented T-Pain is. He's got his own intro song.
Yeah, this
that
is
he
Mike
produ-
have autotune.
Of course, like,
he-
he going crazy, and then
Yes,
he's
yeah.
freestyling. He's doing it. It's great, but
Plays
just
games.
his overall quality is amazing. So we also can't let Axe slide on everything in this game. I think being the first is okay, but I don't think you can ride that wave when it doesn't look like you're evolving, at least visually. Because I think there's certain things that Act will crush everybody in. When a big hip hop news story drops and he goes live, Act is getting 50,000 live viewers. I think.
Across platforms.
That was
On
about.
it, yeah.
That's the greater point that I was about to bring up.
Yeah.
What is your metric for success in falling off? Just because these people are making more money doesn't mean that they're more important.
That's true.
He's
That's true.
pivotal to hip hop news.
That's true. Yeah.
There's
That's
things
true.
that we wouldn't talk about on this very show
If he didn't
because
bring it
we
up.
didn't know if he didn't bring it up.
True.
He's doing the journalism for us in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he probably doesn't even know, like, he didn't know what standard he was setting for himself. Like, when
Okay.
he was shitting on everybody else.
Right,
like,
right,
Dusty,
yeah.
He probably didn't even realize, like,
It's eventually gonna happen to you.
and he didn't even think, like, all right, I got to evolve.
But
If
that's
this is
part
what
of
I'm
his
gonna do.
evolution. I think he's gonna end up having to do is not burn as many bridges. Cause he burns
Yeah.
them so much. It's like, bro, you're not
burns
that
them
young.
frequently.
You're not
Yeah.
white hot anymore. You're not white hot to where you can't be touched.
He's real stable though.
Yeah, he's stable.
real
He's
stable
real
at a high
stable.
position.
Yeah.
But he's not lightning hot
he's-
like he used to be.
exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like eventually you're gonna have to start leaning into some of these relationships, and the top dogs that you have relationships with, they're evolving too, and they're gonna stop wanting to fuck with that kind of fuckery.
Yeah. Well, I think
Because
the
even
biggest
Charlemagne has separated himself a little bit from academics.
It's not,
They used
he
to
doesn't.
have.
He doesn't have that big brother thing that
There
we
used to be
see.
a Daniel son, Mr. Miyagi element
For
to
sure,
them,
for
and
sure.
you could tell he even brought him on Brilliant one time when he was on the come up. Like you
Yeah.
could tell he had a mentorship on him. But
Yeah.
it's not like that anymore.
It's not, and it's like, I think one of the biggest flaws in academics is that he does not seem to be pressed on evolution in terms of just overall quality. You know what I mean? Like visually and audio wise, and I would just say he's just not pressed on it, and I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? Even if you wanna still stream in his, because I don't think his room looks bad. You know what I mean? Like they're saying he's not upgrading his
It looks
streaming room.
bad. It looks bad.
You think it looks bad?
When
I think
you
it looks
have-
bad because of the camera that it's on. Like, imagine if it was a crispy video, it would look better.
When
Are you
have-
really watching him or are you listening to him?
Bro, you gotta understand. it's everything.
I'm watching because sometimes he be doing this shit when he be drinking. Yeah, you want to watch him when he's
His
performing.
reactions are great.
Yeah,
The way he
when he's
performs.
performing and he's reacting,
it's
he
great.
is entertaining to watch.
Who has better mannerisms, him or Gillie?
Him, way better.
Word.
Ak is lapping him, yeah. Because Gillie's mannerisms is the same mannerism over and over again, I feel like.
But Gillie, I give
Axe-
Gillie credit for knowing how to make different noises with his body.
But
True.
Axe,
like he can like it's certain knots and shit he do with the back of his head.
Axe
Yeah.
it's not a facade. It's like really happening.
Yeah,
Like,
Gillie
yeah.
is a person?
It feels
Gil-
more natural.
Well, Gillie is for, it's comedic purposes. Like,
and it
Axe
feels,
isn't trying
but
to be funny.
if Gillie's feels forced comedic though.
Yeah.
Gillie's,
yeah.
I mean, Ak is natural comedic.
It's just his type of comedy. Like, Gillie's
Right.
like
Yeah.
whatever he do. I can't even do that.
Gillie has the type of comedy that like you only laugh just because he's the OJ in your hood.
Yeah.
Like
But he be
on an
funny,
objective,
though.
sometimes, but like on an
He's
objective
genuinely
level,
funny on
on an
occasion.
objective level, most of the time it's like mid jokes, to me at least. But if he was like my OG and I think he might punch me in the face, I'm gonna laugh at all those weird ass noises he does too, though.
There's levels to funny because
You know
there's
what I'm
things
saying?
that can be hilarious that I'm not just gonna laugh out loud about.
Right.
And the setting for funny is very important.
Yeah.
Because if you're around other people who are also laughing, you might find it funny at home and not laugh. But since you got that energy, it's the synchronicity of the room. You're feeding off of the energy, so you're gonna laugh. That's why comedy it's a weird thing. It's very contextual.
It is. But yeah, with the Ak, and I just think that's his biggest thing. He has to evolve in terms of
Character.
content.
Like,
His
how
character
before the
is
show-
evolving.
Like how before the show, he was like, yeah, dang, like, nigga, we got to stop cursing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he hasn't had that moment yet. I need
We
to put this
also are
anybody
speaking
down.
from a point that like we don't know the conversations he's having with his team.
Yeah.
There could be some discussions going on as we speak.
But he's been doing this for years.
that doesn't mean he's listening.
Well,
He
exactly. That's the worst
strikes me
part.
as the type that don't listen to a nigga's opinion.
That's
the
what I'm
worst part.
saying.
Yeah, he strikes me as
Especially
that
when he
type.
feels like he's at a certain vantage point to where he doesn't even have to hear you anymore.
Yeah, he's too high up.
He
I'm big
definitely
now.
feels like that. Like, I think the only person he really takes advice from is Vlad, Charlemagne, and Joe. That's it. Those are the only people I feel like that could genuinely tell him something and he would make the conscious effort to change. That's it.
I don't even know if I put Charlemagne in there anymore.
Me neither. Yeah.
Joe probably.
Joe for sure.
But I
Because he
think-
looks at Joe as a big brother.
I think now so more than ever, there's always gonna be a big brother element to it. I think he views Joe as a peer.
Nah, he looks at him as an older brother, I think.
I don't
You don't
I
think
know
so?
what you mean. It's
I
probably
don't
getting
know.
to that point, though.
even their own camera chemistry
Yeah.
is different than it was.
That's
on
okay.
Everyday Struggle.
I'll give you that. Yeah, you're right.
He
It
was
has
getting-
evolved.
He was speaking up to Joe as opposed to now they're speaking like they're sitting
to
across
each
the
other.
room for each other.
That's true. That's true. Because Ak was also brand new in front of the camera and in the industry, so
Mm-hmm.
he didn't even know what it was like talking to these companies. And just like the last couple podcasts he had with him, he's telling Joe, knowing what I know now, I would have walked away with you at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's true. They talk more as peers now, just all business wise.
And they were supposed to be in business to have a show. They were supposed to
Yeah.
have a show together.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen, or it's not going to happen yet.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The way Joe makes it seem, this nigga Ak is literally dragging his feet, and it's annoying the fuck out of me.
Yeah, why does he always make it seem like Ak is the
And
one?
I think
like,
he's
throwing
right.
shit?
And I believe Joe about it because Joe said since Everyday Struggle, every year his manager has something on his calendar. No, not his manager. Joe's lawyer calls Ak's lawyer once a year, like clockwork, and ask him what will it take to do a show and what does his schedule look like. Joe has literally actively been trying to pursue doing something on a regular basis with Akademiks since the end of Everyday Struggle, and for some reason, Akademiks is just not doing it.
What's
And
y'all niggas' theories? Like, why y'all think he's being so apprehensive about this?
I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know,
What's
and
the
that's.
rationale?
I wonder if Akademiks, in terms of like growth and evolution, if he is so satisfied with his level that he doesn't want to evolve.
And I think it's a free fall with what they're trying to do. It's not like they're going to a company, they have a company bagging them.
Yeah.
I think it's a whole other thing, and it's kind of
I think Ak is still too scared to jump out on the independent limb 100%.
take that risk. But
Which
Joe
is
has
weird,
done it many
though.
times, though.
Because at what point is Joe Budden and Akademiks coming together going to fail? You know what I mean? It's like, what do we talk? I think in terms of them, they might do 4 shows unpaid where they break even, but the amount of advertisement, the numbers they'll do, I think it might take 1 month for them to start getting some quality deal. So they might technically be taking a loss for a month. You know what I mean? But like,
maybe that's what it is. He knows it's going to succeed. He might have the
That's what
mentality to
yeah.
where he wants to be Kobe without Shaq. He wants to be able to do it on his own.
I like that.
That's the only thing
That's the only thing I can think of.
It's
'Cause
like that's what the problem is that it would work.
he doesn't
type
want to.
of-
I don't think he wants to evolve.
The type of person to date Celina Powell is probably a self-sabotager. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He probably is a self-sabotager.
Or he just has poor choice in women. And he's
and bad decisions.
and he's
think this-
unknowingly self-sabotaging himself.
Yeah, it's the Henny. It's Big Ack.
No, you can't even blame the liquor at that point because he's the one drinking.
But
If you
and
do
this is-
something that's
but-
making you
so
make horrible
consistent.
decisions, it's your decision to make the horrible decision.
But you know, like it's it's the liquor though. Like it's him, but it's the liquor.
I think that's self-sabotaging. I really like that Akademiks is self-sabotaging because that's also something that people say Joe Budden has, which is also why they might.
Which is why you can't defeat him because he
Yeah.
survives his own suicide attempt.
But then at the same
Blows up
time,
his own friendships.
though, I feel like even if Joe is like that, self-sabotaging, he is not like that with Akademiks at all. He's like begging Akademiks to do work. But it's like when Akademiks, I feel like with the pressure is on, he does resort back to his lowest frequency content. Because what are you doing a show with Celina Powell? Why are you trying to pilot a Celina Powell?
What is he
Sure.
secretly scared to do business with Joe? Like after all of the
I thought
barking
about
and
that.
talking shit about Rory and Maul,
Yeah.
and he actually like looked at it rationally in the details of the situation. He was like, I would never sign a deal with.
I think that's there. I think that's there.
Yeah, but we also got to remember though, he's acting like he's going into it without a lawyer.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
DJ
Right.
Akademiks probably has amazing lawyers.
And
but I think that is
yeah.
it's in his mind, like because
Yeah.
it's just obvious. Like
Exactly,
it's
right,
fucked over
right.
Maul.
I think it's only fair to be in his mind.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just feels like when you're going into it with a lawyer, how can you get screwed? You know what I mean?
But okay, or even aside from like the actual legalese and the contracts and the business clauses,
yeah.
there's certain you have a friend that you wouldn't take to certain situations because you know how he's gonna act.
True.
There's
yeah.
everybody has a homie where you can't go out with the nigga because he's gonna go out.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna
right,
go out
right.
very bad.
I can't bring you nowhere.
Yeah,
Even though you might be my best friend for the rest, I know I can't bring you to this setting because you're gonna act a certain way.
That might be how DJ Akademiks is just viewing the situation. Even the business behind Complex, like Joe might have been unhappy with it, but like they signed it all. It was Joe not wanting to be there anymore. Joe will break a contract.
Well, no. The business was bad.
Yeah.
Business was bad.
They did. Yeah, the business was bad because when they talked on their
On
podcast,
Joe's part, Akademiks was satisfied. But then
Akademiks
again,
was
he said,
satisfied,
you know,
yeah.
he might have looked at it
but
in
yeah,
hindsight.
but when they for 2020 hindsight, he was like, I should have left when you left,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Especially we should have. Yeah, so the business was bad essentially. But I just don't get it. But yeah, and I don't like that. Akademiks is just like resorting to this like low frequency content.
He's not inspired. Like that same hunger when he was making War in Chirac, he's just not inspired to that level no more.
Even when
You
he was
think he lost his muse?
even when
when
he
you're
was
10
doing
M's
more, even when he was doing more of his main uploads, he doesn't even do those nearly as much anymore. It's mainly most of the act that we consume is stream act.
Stream.
We don't consume the gift picture act much at all.
Is he doing that still?
Bruh, it's rare. Like the only time he does it when it's a really big story.
Yeah.
But I mean, we get one of those a week, maybe. Like they rarely come out.
What do you
But
prefer?
I like that version of that.
Word.
Because the jokes are more punctual. I feel like the jokes hit better. Even though we get good moments, stream act as well. Like I like both acts. I liked it more when he was doing more of those because he was essentially streaming just as much.
And he
It's
was
just-
His writtens are better than his freestyles.
For sure.
and he was doing what we know him for, which
Yeah.
is journalism.
It was his bread and butter, yeah.
He's not being a journalist. No
Yeah,
more.
because I don't always want to watch a stream when a story drops. I definitely like the other version of that act better because it was more organized. Because when we're watching his stream, the Fit Mami stream, that was an hour and a 17-minute clip. he would have summed up the entire conversation in 3 to 4 minutes for us. You know what I'm saying?
10 minutes if you want to make some extra ad.
Exactly. And then same with if something happens in the YSL case.
Yeah.
Instead of us literally sifting through the research with him, the streams we be doing the research with him.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, he's just gonna sum it up. I do like that he had an option where we can get the fast content.
Yep, because even on the stream, even though I do enjoy the stream, he always has moments, especially when it's a video I want to fucking watch.
Yeah.
And he always paused that jump like millions of times. And by the way, and I'd be like, bruh, you got to stop. I'm ready now. Play it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like you can't skip it because you might miss a part where he says
Right.
something, and then you skip like 10 seconds into the video.
And
It's
honestly,
like,
bruh, he forgets that he's on mute way too much.
Yes. Yes. Yes, bruh.
Bruh.
Ak is an alcoholic. he needs a therapist.
That's really what it is. That's really what it comes down to,
You
bruh.
think you be that drunk
Bro.
all the time?
I think so, bruh. Have you ever really like hung out with an alcoholic? A functioning alcoholic. Let me be clear.
I had a phone in my stepdad. My
Okay.
stepfather.
Yeah,
So,
bro, they're different. It's just like they're built different, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's like they might be high functioning, but it's always little things that they just always slip on.
Yeah.
That's what gives away that they're drunk. We wouldn't know if he feels sober to us because we always see him in that state, but he always forgets the mute is on. He always flushes the toilet, or he forgets to flush the toilet. You know, it'd be them
It's
little
certain
things.
things.
It'd be
It's
those
the
little
things.
things that like they always mess up on consistently. Where you be like, is this nigga drunk? Like he's only drunk when he does that. You know what I mean?
And then, bro, you gotta understand, like, I forgot, like, last episode we was talking about Ak, and he said a statement. He was like, I'm 20 M's up. He said something like that. It's 20 or 10. It was like
20.
Double digits.
20.
You're 20 M's up. It's like you 20 M's up, and like you stream every day. Like, why not get drunk? Like, you know what I mean? And especially like 5 years ago, he first started getting some real money with Everyday Struggle. You know, it's like that first real check. Like, you don't know where you're headed until you get there. You feel me? Like,
Oh no. It's easy to blame all these niggas' problems on he just be thirsty and he likes alcoholic beverages.
well, that's not, bro. Being alcoholism is something completely different. That's a disease.
What are some of the
really
other
is.
telltale signs of alcoholic? Like, you know how you could tell a nigga's an MMA fighter from the ears?
The cauliflower ears, yeah.
What's that for alcoholics?
I don't know, but there's a whole list of them.
He was already fat when we met him, so it's not
That's
like you
true.
can see the beard get
Can you look
developing.
up
I could tell.
characteristics of an alcoholic? I mean, fucking annoying is one of them. I know that won't be on the list, but God, they're annoying.
The eyes. Look at the
breath.
pupils.
Oh yeah. I mean, they
um,
stink. They.
The words. But that's the thing. If you're a good alcoholic, then you like nobody would know. You know what I mean?
You're a closeted alcoholic.
Functioning.
A good one too.
I can't stand an alcoholic, bro. They're so annoying, bro. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I just don't like any fiends.
I'd rather hang out with a crackhead
For sure. I'd much rather hang out with a crackhead, bro.
or one of them fentanyl addicts.
It depends on
Shit,
the
they might
type
be
of
sick the whole
alcoholic,
time.
though.
It literally. You don't gotta bother them. You don't gotta do them. You gotta occasionally.
I think it does depend
make
on the
sure
type of
they're
alcoholic
breathing.
because like a wino drunk is like real high functioning, but they just like, I feel like wine ages people faster.
Yeah, like it's a lot of white women that be coming through our job.
Yes.
There's a specific one. She has plastic surgery on her lips. Next time I see her, I'll point her out. But she be a little tipsy, or she's a pill popper. One or the other. Like, I mean, she came
be
to the window.
lucid.
She was like, "Hey,
Might
how are
be
you
both, honestly,
doing,
bro.
Bitch, what? Not woozy, bitch. You take an ad, but sit down. Somewhere.
So they got him right here, like just the subheadings though.
Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
Prioritizing alcohol,
Yeah.
placing blame on others, making frequent excuses, drinking uncontrollably, struggling financially, shifting priorities, behaving recklessly, Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Insecure, sensitive, impulsive, impatient, secretive, defensive, manipulative, easily aggravated, withdrawn, and prone to isolation.
That's regular
That
people
whole-
syndromes.
Man, that whole list right there, that sounds like academics
You know
right
that's
there.
right there?
That list sounds like academics right there.
Sound like my ex bitch.
Chill out.
Oh, was defensive?
Impatient, sensitive.
Y'all gonna tune
But
into
nah.
would y'all tune into Akademiks podcast with Celina though?
No.
No.
Why?
I would, you see, like, and I wouldn't just because it's like he's doing it with her. You know what I mean? It's like,
I'm not gonna lie, Celina's entertaining as hell.
she's entertaining.
Bro, she's entertaining, bro.
A car crash is entertaining.
I know, which is, I think,
Pissing on an anthill is entertaining.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this without like bigging her up too crazy. Because
I'll bring her down. Trust me.
yeah, balance me out. I think Celina is entertaining to watch. Like, I think she's clearly mentally ill, so watching that is just amazing. I've never seen somebody just like dedicated to just being like a terrible person. I've never seen somebody so dedicated. I mean, she is really the evolution of Cat Stacks. I mean, she took rappers to the highest level and the highest degree. Like, when we just look at how terrible her world is, you know what I'm saying? She really has done it. Even when we thought she was over, we haven't seen her in a while. Lil 𝙼𝚃𝚃 pops out with a relationship with Summer Walker's. Within 12 hours, Celina dropped a photo of her giving him neck in the bathroom, a public bathroom. It's like, damn, this don't miss. You know what I'm saying? It's like, she's entertaining in terms of just like how consistently terrible of a person she is. You know what I mean?
She probably has so much game.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Because how does she keep fucking
she's good.
everybody?
That's what I'm exactly, bruh. She's really good at what she does, bruh, and she's not boring, bruh. There's plenty of girls like Superhead. Corinne Steffens, who rebranded her new name because it even fooled me. I'm scrolling on the Instagram feed and I'm like, damn, this girl fine as hell. Who is Olivia something? And then I was like, why she look so familiar? I'm like, Corinne Steffens, bitch, you didn't change your name.
What?
Yeah, she changed her name, bro. It's crazy, bro.
It's slick.
She's done that every next generation. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
First
that's
she was
true.
Superhead, Corinne Steffens, now
This is the new generation.
Corinne Steffens probably wasn't even a real name.
She's fine. That woman is fine.
Still to this day?
She's fine, bro. Yeah, I find her really attractive. But back to
Objectively speaking.
Objectively, bro, she's fine to me, bro. Yeah. Back to Celina, bro, she's great at what she does, like being a whore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing how consistent she is with it. How blasphemous she is, how low she'll stoop, how comfortable she's in. She's just so comfortable in the mud. You
She's
know?
a wedger.
And the fact that you're able to still catch niggas slipping, who doesn't know Celina Powell? Let's be fair. The fact that you are still able to catch, like Lil Meech, there's no reason why that should have happened.
His dad is rolling over in his cell right now.
It's Little Meech we're talking about.
Yeah, they're talking about the same dude.
He's on like how you was saying, like how $1 million worth of game to interview the same niggas. He's on like that level. You know what I mean? Like a money bag, a finesse 2 times type nigga. Like
he's just that type of individual.
It's just Lil Meech. Celina Powell's the bottom barrel
mini Meech
of like.
Is she the bottom of the top? Like she's the bottom, her activity, bottom barrel activity.
She's the best at being the worst.
Yeah, literally.
I guess I hate loving her. I don't know. I love hating her. I guess she is good.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like,
how do you think this podcast is going to sound? I feel like it might be like Everyday Struggle.
Now, one thing Akademiks did say is obviously you can't have an entire, because what they went wrong with her show at No Jumper was it was a show dedicated to exposing people. You can't do that. You're literally legally liable. So Akademiks is saying that business. Her show is going to be about the life of a hoe, essentially. It's going to be, he's going to try to make a show where people care about her as a person, not the rapper she can expose. Which I think she could do it, honestly, because Celina is entertainment, bro. She's entertaining as hell, bro. Like, because I've heard I've heard other hoes, Cat Stacks, Corinne Steffens, I've heard them talk in interviews, and I'm not locked in, bro. I'm just like, ew, look at this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Celina be going crazy. Celina be having me like, even though I know it's wrong what she's saying, I'm like, damn, she's spinning the shit out this story, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's the ultimate whore. All a whore is a chameleon. She's got to be able to change her colors whenever necessary.
Yes. A lot of them can't do that.
Whatever situation she's in. So when you suck 1 billion dicks when you suck 1 billion entertainers' dicks, you're gonna be entertaining eventually.
Yeah, she should have been. Is she rich? Like I feel like Corinne Steffens, she was in music videos.
She sold a book.
Magazines.
She is the richest. She's the richest. I don't know how much she got off that book. Maybe we can look that up. How much Corinne Steffens made off her book or her net worth?
Didn't she? Isn't
But I know Celina's getting more money because they also didn't have OnlyFans back then either. You know what I'm saying? So she has a new means of getting money.
Yeah.
So it's like when the 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 thing dropped.
How you spell her name?
Corinne, K-A-R-E-N. Yeah.
It's like Karen
Steffens. Yeah, but when the 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃 picture dropped, she told Akademiks she made $140,000 in 24 hours. See what I'm saying? When she dropped that picture.
That is Horsey. That is Horsey.
That is Horsey. Yeah.
But I kind of believe it.
I believe it.
I don't know why.
I believe it though.
If that's true, that is true clout, and I respect that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, what does that say about the niggas that like if Mini-Meats fucks her,
Okay.
I want to see her naked now?
Now, okay, 4 million. Let's look up Celina Powell net worth. I think she's shitting on her.
And you know, I always feel like they have a little bit more money than
For sure.
what they say. It's just
Or less.
It depends. Yeah.
It says Celina Powell has a net worth of 1.5 million as of May 2023.
She's definitely touched more than that
Yeah, for sure.
because it's
For
like
what?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
And then you got tricked on. Like, let's be like, she's getting tricked on.
Tricked on normally doesn't evaluate into just like hard cash.
Yeah, you don't really get too many assets.
But the fact
Yeah,
but the fact that like new hoes have
Worth.
yeah, they have OnlyFans to get money off of. Like before the Corinne Steffens of the world, they had to write a book.
Yeah.
She don't have to write a book. She has something that will make her money every month for the rest of her life as long as the OnlyFans doesn't shut down, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. But I think if she dropped a book, it'd go crazy. But
If
she's got a podcast with Ak.
If Ak, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't listen to a podcast, but I would watch her show and like a real show.
Well,
like,
I think it's going to be a visual show. It's not going to be an audio. Is that what you're talking
But
about?
I'm saying like no longer than 30 minutes. I'm saying like
Right.
a real show, like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
She's talking about certain topics, how
see
to
what you're
be
saying.
a concubine, how to
Right.
do this, free flights or whatever. But I couldn't just sit down and watch her for 50 minutes.
Wait, so she's gonna be like the black version of Call Her Daddy?
Well, yeah. What's
Is she black?
I don't know.
But don't call me white.
I don't know
girl, right?
what she is. Can you look up Brittany Renner's net worth? I wonder what hers is now. She was an NBA shorty, so
She's having some dysmorphia.
Brittany Renner,
Yeah, she doesn't know she wants to be a hoe anymore.
3 million,
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Her monthly income is 0.2 million.
200,000.
200,000 plus.
That's a weird ass way to put it.
I don't even
That's
know.
why
how
I've
to know.
never
That
seen
is-
it.
I'd
written
never
like
seen that before. Yeah, that's weird as hell.
0.2 million.
Right?
She's cracking.
That makes it sound a whole lot more sexier.
Yeah.
She's cracking 24.
Baby, I make 0.01 mil.
She's doing 20 M's a year.
Yeah, that would be crazy to introduce your like net worth like that.
Point two is 200,000 a year. 200,000 a month. 200,000 plus a month.
Oh,
Point
shit.
two. Yeah.
And is
that's-
that off
That's
of
why it looks stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
child
Yes.
support from the Charlotte Hornets nigga? Or like, what is she getting paid to do? Man, whores just find a way.
This is 2023. It's a beautiful time. You can market yourself.
This is the worst thing to try to eat, but it's just hitting so good right now.
With that apple?
The apple look good as shit.
Yeah, but I have to make sure I turn the mic off because the crunch on
I'm about to
this.
say, I haven't been hearing it.
I can only eat green apples. I can't fuck with red apples.
Bro, I'm the same way, bro. The red shit is just
Red apples
criminal.
are
What
egregious.
is that? You know?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a myth.
But
But I'm gonna watch it. I'm good. I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna watch the first episode or two of the Celina Powell podcast. I'm not gonna act like I'm not.
How do you
tune
do a
into
podcast with Celina Powell before Joe Budden?
You know what?
So that's
That's a
exactly
good
what
point.
it is. That's exactly what it is. He's Kobe. He doesn't want to play with Shaq. And he said, "Let me go find me a Rick Fox."
Yeah, that's a good.
Fucking
I mean,
Derek
it's done at
Fisher.
this. That says it
Yeah.
all. It's like, what are we talking about? One is guaranteed to make M's every year. The other one is hopefully we get 100. Hopefully we get 100,000 this year. It's like, what are we doing?
yeah, it's so weird. So weird.
That he's running to that. But if we go back to the whole business reserve, I just can't let that. I don't want that to be my only excuse for him to not do it because he has a lawyer. I mean, he could probably take advantage of Celina Powell more, but at the same time, it's like, how much money would you possibly be making off of her anyway?
That you wouldn't make with Joe.
That you wouldn't double, the triple, the quadruple with Joe. You know what I mean? Like, that sums it up essentially. At the end of the day,
That's all you got to say.
That sums it up. He did a podcast. He set up an entire situation with Celina Powell in 24 hours of within his breakup stream before, and Joe Budden's been asking him for 5 years to do a goddamn show.
Trap Lord Ross needs to do an in-depth documentary about the relationship between Akademiks and Celina Powell, because for some reason I feel like that relationship alone helps me understand Ak so well.
It really does answer a lot of questions.
From how he handles women to business, like it's just so many jewels.
Even
from that situation alone.
He told the cops to not press charges when that
Crazy.
girl hit his mother. So like,
Crazy.
this is the person we're talking about. It's not surprising. It's not surprising at all. Shout out to AK though. I hope he gets off the Henny. He's an alcoholic. His alcoholic thoughts.
He might have like a Lil Wayne philosophy of it. Like, you know how Wayne said he picked up the cup and went platinum?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ak might
picked
be
up
like
the Henny and went platinum?
The Henny is my fucking steroid.
Nigga, he went big Ak.
Let's make this next section really quick because none of us watched it. Maul interview with Fogo TV. I think his name is Big Loon, or can you actually YouTube this?
Yeah.
The note. I put the note. The
Yeah, I had the whole thing there, but it's a full episode, so I didn't know which part you wanted.
But I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna ask to. I just want to see the YouTube page because one of my biggest. I really enjoy this guy, and I want to make sure like we can all kind of see it. But I really enjoy this guy's podcasting. Like, it's so nice to just see a clip just almost at 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Just like on some regular business.
Just on some light shit.
But I really like this dude podcasting wise. I feel like for him, me finding his page or seeing his content, it's kind of like how people have been finding our content where they're like, there's no way these guys just started podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Because of like, we kind of know how to move a conversation, how to do a podcast. That's how I feel about him. I haven't done all my research on it, on who he is and what he's done, but
what is his name?
that's the main thing I want to talk about right now. He did interview Maul from the Joe Budden podcast, but you have got to change your name, brother.
With Big Loon, the experience with Big Loon?
The appearance of Big Loon. I really don't like that your channel, I hate this name. I hate this.
Fogo TV.
I hate all this. F-O-G. First of all, it's not something I can read. That bothers me.
It's like he's working under his own network.
Fogfo.
It's
Yes.
like Fogfo. I don't know if that's bad.
Fogfo. I just don't like that it's not easy to read
I see Fogo.
what you are.
Yeah, that's what I
see
saw. I saw Fogo.
Oh wait, it can't be Fogo.
Yeah, because that's F there.
G, yeah.
Fogfo.
Fogfo.
It's Fogfo.
I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't
Yeah.
like that we're even having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? In
On the
terms
name.
of marketing wise, like,
Yeah.
and then in parentheses, it's Up There podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And is that
What
right there?
am I watching? I don't know what I'm watching now. Is this Fogo TV? or is
exactly.
this-
It's just, and then one of the things that I like about his podcast a lot is that his whole thing is about speaking the game of podcasting, educating us as the viewer. And I really enjoy his interview style. This nigga goes deep, bro. Like, interviewing, like, bro, he be so focused, bro. Like, his focus is unmatched. Like, when he's talking to somebody, bro, it sounds like the nigga did 4 hours. It sounds like he did like 4 days of research on you, bro. Yeah, so Noblez, you know, and I like the way that you conducted yourself because I know with the business on September 14th, you went over here, and I know the percentages weren't all the way right, so you actually called your man Tone and you had a conversation with him for about 35 minutes on the
At
phone.
7:30
And be
on a
like,
Thursday
God damn,
night.
bro,
But
like,
he's a good interviewer.
He's amazing, bro.
As well as being a good researcher. 'Cause
right,
those two
yeah,
are
bro.
very different.
Bro, he's so good, bro, and it's
Okay.
like,
Shout out to this brother.
and I'm like, where the fuck did he learn this skill from? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm trying to get to that level essentially because he has so much that he wants to ask and say. He can talk for 17 hours, bro, and I'm sure he won't run out of things. Like, I can't imagine what his note sheet looks like. And the fact that he's able to retain all of it and hit all of his points. 10 out of 10, bro. And I do like that, like, he talks to us, the audience, and he takes what the person is saying and relays it back to the audience, like, what he's saying is this, so this is what we need to work on, you know, as other podcasters. I enjoy the whole concept of his show and everything, so I just want to put the respect on him. I don't like I don't like this, though. I really don't like that.
It's bad name, bad banner.
Yeah,
There's Wallow, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Little Baby.
I see everybody but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like...
Even the color scheme,
it's a lot, yeah, and I don't know. I just don't like it, bro. I love everything that you do, bro. I don't like this layout. I don't like the visual, but I do like his reels, though. His reels are coming out. His reels look really good. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have time to fix this, though. He's doing 13 hours of research for one nigga.
Click on one of his reels. They always put the right music behind it.
That's crazy.
Where it be motivational and shit. It'd be like, well, he be going crazy. Before the no jumper collapse, he interviewed Adam22, nigga. He was
Yo, what up? It's Maul from the new Rory and Maul podcast. I'm here with my guy Loon.
Go to one where he's just talking.
Experience.
Yeah, go down. Swipe down. Just go to one where he's like, yeah,
Do you believe?
Well, right
shit
here.
like, shit like this, where he just be going in, bruh.
Okay.
He speaks with Pimp C's cadence. Where's he from?
I have no idea, actually. I think he did some jail time, though.
At least South Georgia.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
But I don't know.
I don't know
man.
much
That
about this nigga. I'm be real.
Yeah.
Man,
But
that-
I like
We
how,
didn't even know his name at first.
I like his approach, though. I like his approach. I like his execution on the microphone. I like everything, but the whole marketing on YouTube, it sucks.
But what's going on with Maul interviewed him? Is Maul a good?
He got
interviewer?
interviewed by Maul.
Oh,
he interviewed Maul.
He interviewed Maul.
Interviewed Maul.
I didn't watch it.
And there's
Just
a reason for that, because I tried.
And it was good, and it wasn't like they weren't having productive conversation. There was no dead. I would say there's no dead points in the conversation. My bad.
Oh, you can,
I would say there's no dead points in the conversation,
You ain't
right?
gonna kill him.
I ain't never gonna get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bruh. You know, I'm getting to the point where it's like, if you miss the train on marketing a breakup, we don't want to hear this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, once the train has left the station, you have a good, depending on how hot it is and if new information, there's been no real new information presented about Joe Budden and the Rory and Maul breakup, right? There was a little tiff a couple weeks ago. That was it. But it's like you capitalize in that first week. But they were talking about the initial breakup. That was damn near what the whole episode was about.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah, you see, I would never like.
I don't want to hear that shit. We're 2 hours. We're 2 years past this.
Even
you know
if
what I'm
I
saying?
was in a situation like that, I'm not the type to like have somebody on and interview them about a specific thing, especially if it's beef. That's just not my style. Like, I'm not going to invite you on and let's talk about beef for an hour, about your past relationships, your toxic relationships.
everybody needs to let this situation die. Unless Rory, Maul, and Joe are going to sit in the same room on a microphone and talk about it. That's the only, there's no new chapters to this story. That's the only thing that could possibly happen that's going to be entertaining. Because at this point, I don't really care. Sometimes I be hearing these niggas talk.
Right.
I'm like, man, I feel like I'm siding with Joe now.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
bro, literally, bro. Yeah, it's like, who gives a fuck? Shut up.
Yeah,
bro.
please. Let's just let this go.
So it's like,
y'all niggas don't like each other no more. You broke up. Y'all both moved on. Y'all got new partners now.
and I think it's one of those things where like
They acting like they got kids together.
Maul, out of respect for this dude Loon, he let him ask he let him. I felt that was crazy. That was a large. Yeah, that was crazy.
I didn't see that.
He let like he like out of respect for him, even though this story's dead and gone, 2 years displaced. Out of respect for you, and I know your podcast is gonna come up, I'll give you my entire side of the story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's like
It's just low.
it's
low.
too old.
It's low.
I think a 15-20 minute section in a 2 hour conversation would suffice. You know what I mean?
What else was Maul gonna talk about?
But that does
That was
also.
another.
I was
How
gonna bring
much
that up.
Depth
Can we?
does Maul have,
Yeah.
or
I
that we
think-
haven't seen already?
in terms of like why you would invite him, like why you're dying to invite him to your show.
I feel like it's only gonna work if you're actually his friend.
And then this is just then we're just watching friends
And now
talk.
we just kicking it.
Yeah.
Which I felt that energy between them where it felt like they was friends. So it's like you didn't have to do the whole Joe Budden breakup for 2 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand you was doing him a favor by giving him that much content on that subject matter, but I couldn't watch that whole thing, man.
But at that point,
I got
it's
15 minutes in. I said, "Fuck this, bro. Why am I watching this?" You know what I'm saying? Like
2 hours for content, like
it's
it's not even worth it.
Yeah, fuck this.
Not even
You know what I'm
worth it.
saying? Like,
And I
And
think-
shout out to all the people who feel that way about our shit.
Exactly.
3 hours of niggas talking about other niggas talking.
The
right,
irony,
right.
But
Such a beautiful niche that we found ourselves in.
Yeah. We talk about others who talk.
Yep.
but I don't know why.
We speak on speakers.
I don't know why he would do that though for 2 hours, and especially the way like you're talking about him. He does his research. He does have topics. He's not just gonna slow up, stop the conversation.
I'm not. I understand.
But how much are we researching?
I understand taking the shot because if it's good enough and you asking questions that are interesting enough, you may uncover a new element to the story.
True.
There's always potential for that.
That's true.
So I understand taking a shot, but that didn't happen. It simply didn't happen.
Based off what we saw, at least.
Yeah.
Because we didn't watch the whole thing. I made it about 20. You did about 30, 40. So we did about almost half the podcast, But I wasn't hearing nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I also, one of the things that I didn't particularly like, because I feel like normally when I watch him interview people, he's pretty objective, I would say. And I do like that he plays objective from all sides of the field, but this felt more like a conversation. We've already made an agreement as homies that, yeah, Joe fucked me, and I'm interviewing you from that perspective. I didn't really like that. So I also didn't feel the need to watch the whole thing.
It was like Jalen Rose and John Morant.
Yeah.
But was he like that obvious? Like
It wasn't that
bias?
obvious, but it was the way that a lot of the questions that I saw being framed up, I was like...
Even the way you frame
You can always tell the angle that somebody's shooting from by where the bullet fly.
And it's not like he wasn't trying to like point the finger at him. He was just strictly saying like I'm with you, like Joe fucked up.
No. It wasn't blatant like that, but it was still I would say it was majority leaning that way.
Yeah.
He's good at asking the question to where it doesn't feel like that, but it was like instead of asking the question of Joe Budden wasn't trying to honor y'all agreement, right? It was, and I know Joe was coming short and wasn't honoring y'all agreement. Don't start the question with, I know he's doing this.
Yeah.
Ask what happened between y'all agreement. Where did things go left with y'all business agreement? You know what I mean? Like, it was, some of the questions were framed on I'm already with you on here. So just explain it. So that way, by the time we get the mall response, he's like, I mean, yeah,
Like
it's
you already said it basically.
yeah,
Thank you.
essentially, yeah. So it was like, I felt like he wasn't holding that same standard that he normally does that I see on his other interviews where he's an equal opportunist. He don't give a fuck. He gonna get his questions off, which what I like. But I didn't feel that on this interview.
I can't believe this breakup is still alive. Like, this breakup still
that's
has
crazy.
breath to breathe.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time y'all thought about Kanye and Kim Kardashian's relationship? Them niggas was married with kids.
I forgot about that.
They haven't even, they broken up. It's done. It's over now. They're not going on interviews talking about it.
Joe Budden and Rory and Mal's Bieber and Selena Gomez, nigga. That shit. It rifled worlds, nigga. It broke the world. Yeah.
Nah. It broke their world. It broke Maul's world.
Yeah, it definitely broke. Wow.
Joe
Not
Budden's
only-
world is usually broken, and I think he prefers it that way.
Yeah. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, not only did you miss. but
Yeah, for
it
those who don't know
rolled
what just happened.
halfway.
He tried to skyhook an apple into the trash can that's about 6 feet away from him.
Yeah.
And
But
It's-
I was just short because it hit the
It hit
armrest.
that. Yeah, you don't
Hit
gotta
that-
tell me. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
yeah,
hit
you
that
shot it a
arm-
little flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just hit that armrest, bro.
You gotta flick your wrist.
That's how it happens. man.
Speaking of just talking about breakups and things like that too late, GinaViews ended up on Math Hoffa show.
Why did this happen?
Okay, not only did this happen, bro, but I feel like I don't think the full interview is gonna come out. I really don't think the full interview is gonna come out because the one interview about No Jumper, she said, I'm never going to talk really about him, but if you want to hear all the dirt, and to be fair, she said, I'm not going to talk about it because it really didn't involve me, because it really didn't. You know what I mean? She was just kind of like she caught a stray in the whole thing. She was like, call T-Rail up. And because she was like, and I would never put dirt on somebody's name who put me in the game. Also respectable. Also respectable and commendable. But, you know, so Mav Hoffa in mid-interview, he's like,
why you come?
Literally, bro, Matt was like, so could you provide the number of the person that doesn't mind kicking dirt on Adam's name? She was like, oh yeah. She was like, yeah, because I can get Trell up here and he would love to come up here and he'll tell you everything. So Matt was like, Trell, we want to have you. Let us know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like
come sub in for this bitch.
Yeah, bro, essentially because it was like that clip was 10 minutes. It was so dry, bro. And it's it was so dry. And I feel like that moment on screen, I saw Math say, I wasted everybody's time.
Yeah.
I felt that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt the energy of just like,
his math was off.
We're not going to make the money back from this episode.
Nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the one clip that I can pull out of here, it did what it was supposed to do. It did 100,000 views in a day, but this is as much as we're gonna get out of it.
Yeah,
because
plus Gina got 1 view.
Literally, bro. Because the next clip that came out, there's only 2 clips out. The full episode's not out. Next clip that came out, they were going through some rap bracket, a rap group bracket. I was like, bro, what are you doing? This is not the typical Math Hoffa show.
Niggas doing hip hop trivia.
Yeah, they're doing Facebook memes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what is this, bro?
I forgot what we was talking about when I said this, but I said I would never just want to talk to her. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about. I can't remember.
I forgot what it was. Probably No Jumper collapse.
Yeah,
but I would just never. She's not that interesting. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if on camera's for her, bro.
She probably played her position, thinking that like she probably went in there like, yo, we're about to actually have a conversation. Like, this isn't about to be about some of the biggest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, right. Or the biggest scandal I've ever been a part of. Yeah, true. You know she thought she was going in there off the strength of her conversation.
Like,
I do
know you.
I'm up for it.
Nah, what?
I'll do a podcast with Celina Powell before I go on with GinaViews.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'll
launch a network with that bitch.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Damn, I really hate to talk about Gina like this, bro. Because I do like Gina, but
it's not personal.
It's not personal, but when I really sit back and think about it, I thought she played. Now I don't know what her new moves are, because remember last episode we talked about how she had that picture in the BET office.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she moved to the East Coast, New York, and is going to be doing something with BET. Don't know, but I don't know if she's cut out for. She's more cut out for. I feel like our personalities nowadays, they have to have some edge to them. She has 0 edge. See, I thought she was just playing the politic game too heavy, because Gangland LA, look, y'all send people over. Y'all send niggas homes. Y'all send niggas back home in boxes on a regular basis.
Looking like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, so playing politics, I have no problem with y'all doing that out there, because it seems pretty dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, even afterwards, I'm like, God damn, bro. Are you going to say anything that has me like, oh, damn, like nothing, bro. It's like, no, just 0 edge. And then you know what else I thought about? She needs to do a show with that nigga Jinx.
Why?
Because remember what his bio said? Jinx is not full. His podcast is not about sound. It's not about sound bites. You remember that when we were doing the complex list?
Yeah,
they might be perfect for each other. She need to go link with him.
She's the perfect co-host
For that type of vibe, because she doesn't do soundbite engaging material at all.
Yeah, they both exemplify indifference.
and not even.
It's crazy.
Sound bite. Like, she couldn't try to do a sound bite if
It
she
wouldn't
wanted to. It wouldn't even work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've heard so much of this level of her.
Yeah.
It's like, what could she even if she did just start jumping out the window, I would think she's acting funny now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is Gina doing?
She's the type to where if you ask her a question, you probably know what her answer's gonna be.
Yeah, and now,
most likely.
Or I'm either gonna know she won't answer, or I know what the answer will be.
Exactly.
It's gonna be one or the other.
One or the other.
Hey, comment down below if your favorite podcast is GinaViews.
Yeah. Like, man, stop.
I think she'll only be good on camera on some like, I don't know. I can't even put her in the 106 or the TRL like hosting something because
she could do that. She would
That
be
would be
a
good.
phenomenal script reader.
Or like an
because that's
intern?
what she
Yeah,
is. That's
yeah.
what I see her as.
Yeah,
like,
true,
read
true.
a script, get paid.
we don't need none of your 2 cents.
You know,
Look good, be presentable, read the script, knock it out.
but she would be the perfect script reader. Like just a
She would be.
cute black
If you-
girl,
exactly.
BET, at the bottom.
That's
It's like,
true.
oh, shit.
Just give her a teleprompter.
Yeah,
That
man.
is true.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's cool.
yeah. But just in dialogue,
Just talking.
But this is the thing. It's like she plays so much politics and stuff like that.
yeah.
I think she'll be cool off camera. But once she gets in front of the camera, she's not gonna tell. I have no idea who Gina is at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not gonna give any Gina opinion on
Yeah.
camera. So it's
And
like
it's crazy because her last name is Views, and she has no opinion on nothing.
there's no
Yeah.
views, bro. Gina no views. It's sad, bro.
What is your criteria for like the perfect podcast pundit? Like, what does it take to be nice on this microphone? And
Can you Google
to be
pundit? I
entertaining?
know what it means, but y'all use it so much. I just need clarity on it.
It's like it's just a talking head. And that's what we
Is
are.
that-
We're
yeah.
pundits.
pundit definition.
It's usually political, but
An expert in particular subject or field are frequently called to give opinions about. Oh, literally. Okay. All right. Yeah, I never read the actual definition.
You
Knowing the
just,
word.
you just only heard it in context.
Knowing the word for years. It's just
Yeah.
I don't
you have
use
a
it.
working definition.
Yeah.
Huh?
You have a working definition.
Right,
Like,
right,
You know
right.
how to use the word.
I know exactly how to use it and not look crazy, but
Yeah.
I just never Googled just to see exactly what the fuck it means, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought pundit meant, for a while, I thought pundit was they had to be flamboyant. You know what I'm saying?
Like gay.
Not flamboyant. No. Just like super opinionated, like Cherlemagne in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought pundit.
Opinionated. Like almost like a
heavily
synonym to opinion.
Yeah,
okay.
extremely opinionated is the best way to
Yeah.
describe it. I thought that's what pundit was at first, because most of the time when I would hear it, it would be attached to somebody who has wild ass opinions, whether they be good or bad. You
It's
know
in
what I'm
that same family. Like it's an expert.
saying? Kinda, yeah. But all right, back to what
What's-
makes a good.
Yeah. Because we're students of the game here.
Yeah,
So
so
this is something we got to talk about. This is a lesson right here.
that's true. So what makes a good pundit? Okay. Exemplary. You have to pick a side. You cannot play the middle ground. In terms of your opinion, it can't be a middle ground opinion. It has to be one of the extremes, or you have to play, in order to play the middle correctly, you have to lean into each extreme and then bring it back to the center, I think. And I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going all over the place. And I would say somebody that does that well is moist critical. He plays both sides of the extremes very well, but then he brings it back to a moderate position.
Yeah.
And he plays and he also plays an extreme moderate position too. But he gives us all sides before he brings it center. So that's one thing.
It's weird. I have no idea.
I would
Like-
say, yo, go ahead.
Because there's some people that are like cool at talking, but it's like they're not captivating. Like it's
Yeah.
no reason for me to want to watch. Like I don't know. It's
I think
just weird.
and I think a couple things, because I think funny, but not everybody has to be funny. But funny, interesting, opinionated to some extreme. I think that's really about it, honestly. That's really about it.
Funny, opinionated.
It depends, man. Like
They don't have to have all of them. though.
what I need in a podcaster might be completely different from what like another person needs.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
And it also, for me, it also depends on what I'm going there for.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about Big Loon or Loon. Is it Big Loon or just Loon?
he
I'm
doesn't
unsure.
even
Big
Go
know.
Loon.
back and see, but
It's
I
Big
don't know.
Loon.
Big Loon.
It's on in here.
Like Big Loon, I know it's not. I'm not going there for the jokes. I'm going there, and I know he talks with a slower pace as well.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going for a slower pace podcast, but it's gonna be a great interview. You know what I mean? But when I go to Flagrant, I'm looking for a high energy, rapid jokes.
Yeah.
When I go to Joe Budden, I'm gonna get everything at Joe Budden. It just depends on what his mood is.
You
which
know.
which is why I think he's kind of one of the best, because he can be just in war mode where he's just like, I'm angry at everything in the world today. He can be in deep introspective mode. He can be in funny mode. He can kind of fly all over the radar.
Being manic is his superpower.
Yeah, low key, yeah.
And those are two good like shows, and I couldn't see Gina on any of them. She's like she doesn't fit none of those descriptions.
Everything is too dull in her world. Everything is just too dull.
But at the same time, I don't want to be mean, but it's not too many women that I just listen to. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Neither, I guess.
She already has it bad.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
you playing from a disadvantage.
nigga, I'm not listening to no.
Are there any women that y'all can think of
about?
off the top of your mind
that I would listen to for 2 hours?
Lauren
or that
Hill.
like when they drop, I'm like, I need to get that. I need to check that out. He said not musically. He said Lauryn Hill.
Nigga, Lauren Hill.
There's a few porn stars. I'm probably waiting on some shit to drop.
I'm talking about a media personality or a podcast personality.
That was sarcastic. There's not a single one ever.
Where's your body?
Ever.
I don't want to hear you speak with misogyny.
Ever. Like, it's nothing cool.
Shit, man.
And it's hard. Like, there's nothing cool she could ever say. Ever.
Who do I want?
Like,
nigga said she's not even capable.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not even in the realm of possibility.
It's not possible.
Man, I am dying. I'm really trying to get one for y'all.
No.
A woman who's
no.
Who can I like?
No.
Is she talking to a man?
Nadeska. I like Nadeska.
By herself?
I like her by herself.
What did she do by herself?
She used to do She used to do a Beats Apple show. That one was fire to me.
Was she talking about herself?
No. She would interview people.
Okay, well that's different. It's not her.
Okay.
It's them.
But she was the lead voice, though. You know what I'm saying?
My thing, all right, like the barometer should be like, if you have one mic, you hit record. How entertaining is that? It's only your voice.
By yourself
By
or
yourself.
talking to somebody else?
By yourself.
Celina Powell.
Like, that should be like...
I'm giving it to Celina Powell.
You're talking about talking on the mic, not sucking it.
I know.
Well, over GinaViews, Celina Powell got it.
Oh, yeah, over GinaViews.
That don't mean nothing.
But that don't mean nothing. Like, nigga.
But the point is...
She'll never fuck with us after she hears
There's
that.
some neighbors I talk to longer than Gina.
Shout out to Celina. I mean, shout out to Gina.
Yeah.
You know,
I call her Celina. They're both the same. They're both work. But whatever.
Yeah, it's over. I don't share that opinion.
I just don't. It's very hard.
He's being moderate.
It's, yeah.
He's being a bad podcast.
Yeah. But it's very hard for me. Like, I'm just like, when it comes to, I'm just not listening to, like,
I guess I really don't either. I mean, Nadeska
not
was the
doing
the only one I could think of.
This is also
Can you think of anybody, Lauren?
How cool.
Not on their own, typically within a group setting.
What's the funniest girl you know?
I was just about to say, he doesn't even think women can be funny for real.
Not
I'm
necessarily.
not saying I disagree with you, but I'm just saying that, like, that's something we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Like, do you know funny women?
And, like, he's saying that, but he holds that opinion, too. Like,
Okay.
I just said that.
Comedians?
didn't say that, nigga.
I said I agree with you,
Comedians?
nigga.
Yeah.
Comedians wise, or just women
No.
in my life
Do
too?
you know a funny, like, it's like, do you know a funny woman?
I know
I
funny
could-
comedian women, yeah.
I could, but there's
But
not that
who?
many.
That Ali Wong girl, that Asian chick, she's hilarious.
This said Ali Wong.
I'm dead ass, bro. Fuck with her. I fuck with her, bro.
Ali Wong?
I fuck with her, bro. I'm just
What you
saying.
f- with?
Wait, show me a picture of her.
I don't think I've
she's
ever
funny,
seen
bro.
her
She's
stand
funny
up.
as
I think
shit.
I'm thinking of Aquafina.
She's the
Hold on,
girl.
don't curse
No,
too
she's the
much.
girl.
You-
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, you chopping them up right
She's
now.
the Crazy Rich Asians?
No, she's the girl on
She was in
on the
Beef.
show on Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's
I think she wasn't. Now that girl in Crazy Rich Asians is hilarious.
yeah,
a movie.
she's actually funny. I liked her stand up. She did one stand up that was funny. That's why I said that.
Who, Ali Wong?
Yeah, she had her first stand up was funny. Her second one was
Wait, is
alright.
that her husband or something? Or is that
I don't know.
Oh, that's from the
That's
show.
probably
Beef.
from the show.
Okay.
But I
Look.
just brought her up because I watched her joint yesterday. That's why I brought her up.
Oh, okay, but
She
and
does
when you were
interesting hairstyles.
and when
for
you were
Asians.
watching,
She does.
yeah, she looks funny. When you were watching her, what was the highest level of laughter that you got to? Like, you know what I mean?
I saw it already, so I didn't watch the whole thing. But it was from the first time I saw it. I had a real high level laughter the first time I saw it, like one of those stomach joints. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we'll give
Yeah,
you
but
that.
it was like one though. You know what I mean? And that's not easy to get. But when you get one of those, you would kind of appreciate something because you can go to watch a movie and you could get like 3 extremely hard laughs
How many-
and be like, yo, that was kind of good.
And how many Asian jokes did she like how many self-deprecating
There was some
Asian jokes?
self-deprecating stuff.
I
But she was
mean,
talking
look.
about, stuff that people could also relate to. Like, it's good having like somebody that you with in your same race because y'all can be racist together type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I dated a girl that was funny as hell, bro.
yeah, there's some funny women too that I've been around.
I don't know that many funny women, but I've dated one girl that was hilarious. But that was about it, though. I mean, she was a rarity, though. I'm talking about of all the women that I met.
Like
she
said
was
hilarious things?
She was the yes.
Or
like
she did hilarious things?
no. She said hilarious things.
She said hilarious things.
Yeah, but that was one woman out of. I'm accounting for all the women that I know in my life. Like, there's only one that I can think of that I will give her the title. She is funny as hell.
So
like,
your point stands.
funny, like
so your point
when
does stand. Your point does stand though. Like,
funny as hell. Like that statement, like.
I'm giving her the right statement. No. I'm giving her the right statement.
She's labeled correctly.
But
She's labeled, but that's only one though. So
One.
you're still right though, because I only know one person like that.
It's
Yeah,
just not like I don't know what it is.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not
Because a
being
lot of
funny.
women's humor, it also, it's not for everybody. I feel like it's like things that only women would care about, and we don't even find funny to
Right.
begin with. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, there's funny stand-up comedian women, but it's like the shit that they are dying laughing at, or like the women in the crowd are dying laughing at. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it's gender jokes. It's
Right.
like, it's not everybody jokes. You know what I mean? Like,
And look, there's a lot of funny women. Like I've laughed at, what's her name?
Lunel.
Lunel.
Cat
Yeah.
Williams, she's part of the Red Pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monique is funny.
She
I
just
like
cringy to me.
Monique was hilarious and
Monique's-
precious.
At one point, she was really
Monique's specials is, like it's funny women, but on average.
For sure. Yeah. I know. You're right, though. On average, I don't know many women who are just walking around hilarious. I feel like I've heard this conversation on either Flagrant or Brilliant Idiots where Schultz was like, bro, women aren't funny, bro. Like,
And
Schultz
he was
said,
approached.
yeah.
Schultz has definitely said that for sure.
Because he was under Patrice, so he definitely like,
Yeah.
women aren't shit.
right, yeah.
So,
yeah, because
look.
I've definitely heard that. I've heard that conversation. And I mean, even when I really knuckle down and try to like pinpoint some women that I think are just hilarious, I can only think of one.
A woman has never made me laugh like a real laugh.
Hearty laugh where you couldn't breathe.
Like, yo, what you just said
Never.
was so funny.
Taylor.
That doesn't count.
From the Brilliant Idiots?
Nah.
It's a
Personal
complete.
joke.
Nah,
But-
that
but-
doesn't even count. And when she said that, it wasn't funny until you told me the context.
That is
That
true.
doesn't count.
But that
I
makes
made
it,
it
makes
funny.
it funny though, doesn't it?
Damn, so you
No,
added,
but I made it funny.
You add the sauce to it.
Yeah.
So she didn't even come
It
up
was
with that.
only-
Taylor was funny, but I'm saying like, nigga, like pound for pound, that was a good joke. Like that's just funny. That was some funny shit you just said right now, girl. Like, like that's not happening. Nigga.
What
Like,
she said was hilarious.
it was
Even in context, in reference to like a response to something that you set up. You know what I'm saying? You
and
never
that-
had a joke like that.
look. No.
If I throw the alley oop though,
Like there's girls out there who can dunk that real quick.
but can they throw the alley to themselves?
anytime.
No, that's hard.
Yeah, but there's not that many women who can throw the alley to themselves. But I know 1,000,001 dudes who would throw an alley to themselves and dunk it back to back.
Yeah.
And even what she said, that it wasn't funny. Everything around, like, the situation was funny. It was really a fucked up situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We made it funny.
But yeah, that
Like,
doesn't even count.
It being personal is what punched it up.
Yeah.
And I feel like we got to say it because we're just like teasing the viewers. So like one day, a long time ago, quick
yeah,
story, I'm
for
going to make
sure.
this very brief. You know, somebody fucked my girl. It happens.
It happened.
And I recovered. But at the time, me and this nigga, we playing this little game called I Fucked Your Bitch. It's what you do in high school. That's
Yeah.
how you son a nigga. If he makes a brilliant point, you just tell him you fucked this bitch, right? That's what we used
Oh
to do.
no! We don't even. You ain't got to tell them a story. There's a clip on their YouTube channel. I'll put it up
There's
there.
a clip on that YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
there's a whole clip.
yeah.
There's a whole clip. Just go check it out. It's on the LOI show. I'll put it right up there in the corner because
But-
there's already a segment for it.
It was hilarious.
That
but it
was funny
wasn't-
though. That
it
was
wasn't-
funny.
It was
though.
hilarious.
That was funny
But
though. Yeah.
It was hilarious because of her, but it wasn't the same.
And
It's the
Right.
context. It's me telling the story.
Yeah.
And like we're playing our game, and she says, Tony knows about getting his bitch fucked. That statement isn't like hilarious. It's
Yeah.
the fact that his girl got,
She said verbatim, one of the twins already fucked your bitch.
which is not funny. Like that's
It's not funny until you extrapolate it because context, one of the twins is gay. So
so yeah.
we know who fucked my bitch.
Yeah,
So many, like he's laughing now.
Yeah.
Like there's so many layers to it.
Okay, that was but that was too late. Look, it's not that many funny women. All the
really
women
isn't,
down there,
unfortunately.
tell a joke. Comment down a joke.
Phew, that's even harder.
Give
Shit.
us your best one-liner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your best one-liner. You tell a dad joke or something.
I think we're almost done. There's really not too much. Where we at right now?
2 minutes 20.
2 hours.
I
20.
about to say
2 hours 20. My fault.
I want to put some respect on Neal deGrasse Tyson. I watched the interview.
Yo, watched.
I watched it. Did you watch it?
No.
You didn't?
I was hating.
Look, look, he's a genius. That's why I was defending him, because it's like you got to put respect on his name, man. Like,
Okay, so yeah, outside of him, I watched like the first 3 parts. I think there's 5 total. I missed the last 2, but like just off the first 3, he's just literally one of the smartest people I think in the country.
yeah.
Just like off the strength, like
And I don't give him no credit for that.
yeah.
I don't give him no. That's like being a bodybuilder, right? Well, of course, you had to put in the work. You had to work out.
Okay.
But like your genetics laid out the foundation. With people who are that brilliant, they're born with a special brain. It's almost like it's not even their fault. It was bound to happen.
That's true. And you
It's
know
like
what?
being
No,
born
you're
with
right.
a 10-inch dick. Like,
Yeah.
you gonna do porn?
And you know what else too though?
Yeah, but you
People that
gotta
are
know how to
normally
use your
that
brain.
because the thing that kind of annoys us with him is really his social interactions. That's really what annoys us. But
Yeah.
people that smart normally aren't that good at social. You know, the social interact. He's the highest functioning socially interactive, highly intelligent person. I think. You know what I'm saying? Because
Bro.
there's people as smart as him, maybe smarter, but they suck at talking to people.
Stephen Hawking had way more manners than that nigga, and he
Yo.
was typing. So, like, he gets extra credit because it's
Yeah.
not. It was harder.
He can't
Yeah.
type that fast. But like, he can't even interrupt nobody.
You know how pissed off you gotta make him for him to like actually talk shit on that keyboard?
Yeah.
You gotta be very mad.
Look, he's so smart. One of his friends was like, dude, your intellect is too high to be a goddamn astronomer. Like, we need a like, you're too smart to be an astronomer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we need a black economics. You know what I mean? You should be a politician. Like, use your intellect for something greater than looking at the stars. That's how smart he is. Somebody told him that.
So he's a waste of talent.
Well,
Low key. I mean, pretty
not
much.
waste of talent.
We have a genius walking around who's too busy looking up at the fucking sky.
Well, first of all, this genius classified Pluto as
Niggas
not a
chasing
planet.
shooting stars.
First,
he could have put his talent somewhere else.
Say what you just said again.
this genius he declassified Pluto as a planet.
And the world is so much better off after.
I mean, yeah, it's a big thing.
See, now I agree. I agree with whoever said he's wasting his time looking at the fucking planet. Why is this nigga, why is he trying to declassify what's a planet? Like, we don't have problems here.
Because he has to
Tony.
make sure he knows that he's smarter than everybody. He has to tell you he's smarter to the point that he's declassifying something.
You don't, first of all, you know how smart you have to be to prove something like that? Like, he had to find a new metric to level, to describe what a planet is. He's a
Can you
genius,
prove
man.
something like that for real though?
He did.
How?
He figured it out.
Look, Vlad didn't ask that question, nigga. I don't
I
know.
mean, he did it though. You know, at the end of the
What if
day,
God himself came and was like, nigga, you're wrong?
Neal deGrasse Tyson would argue with God for sure.
And that's
Look.
my point about this. nigga.
That was, oh,
He's
but that's
arguing
your
with
point.
God for sure.
What about it?
So what did Neal deGrasse Tyson teach you
I'm really
that
just
like
putting-
may have gotten you some pussy one day?
To
like,
be fair,
all
why
I'm
are you
saying
so
is-
on this nigga's side?
All I'm
What
saying
did
is,
he do?
I'm just putting some respect on his
all you
intellect. That's
put in
all
some
I'm really
respect.
doing.
Nigga,
He still kind of annoys me.
I
though.
never said he was stupid.
Yeah, that's true. He's just kind of annoying. But really smart people are normally kind of fucking annoying.
look,
They're just not socially there.
he's a genius. He deserves to be that type of level annoying.
He's the 7-foot tall dude that's stocking Walmart. Like, you don't need, like, there's NBA teams in the
Walmart.
league right now that need a starting center, and he's wasting all that length putting shit on the top of the shelf. That's what he's doing.
I think
This nigga's looking at the stars.
I think you're really
He could be solving
misunderstanding.
African baby hunger.
You're really misunderstanding. President Bush appointed him to be like the head of a NASA project.
George Bush was the first cowboy that became president, Justin.
George Bush is a cowboy?
Essentially.
No, it was a joke.
Oh.
That's what that was. It was a joke. But look, look. I hope I prove my point. Look, Neal deGrasse Tyson. We have to.
That's how Neal
respect.
deGrasse Tyson make you feel when he's giving you information. Stupid nigga. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh. You see the way he stared at you?
That was a joke.
God.
No wonder he's defending
Oh
this
my
nigga. They're the same archetype.
Joke.
Pretentious ass
That
nigga.
was Tony's joke.
This nigga, it was a joke.
He
That was Tony.
This nigga didn't
declassified my
break eye
joke.
contact for like 30 seconds.
Look, all I'm saying is like I don't
like that joke.
he
Man.
hated that shit.
because we're trying to have a conversation. This nigga's talking about cowboys. Like, come on, I just said a point, and this nigga just disapproved it with a cowboy joke. Look, I forgot, but honestly, I forgot the award. But George Bush did appoint him to like
I
the
saw that.
head
Yeah, I saw
of
that.
something.
George Bush was appointed to being president, nigga.
Look.
What are you talking about?
And Obama bombed Syria, but he's cool. Like he's not perfect, but we need to like put Neal on a pedestal. Like he's our people.
I
You
don't
know
know
what I
about
mean?
no goddamn pedestal.
We gotta put him on a pedestal, man.
Nah, man.
I feel like
Nah.
why doesn't he?
I feel like he's an astronomer before he's an African American.
Huh?
I'm just talking.
He
at this
wait, no. It was funny.
I'm with
is
that, actually.
He even it was a title of the vid. He was like calling me a black astronomer ghettofies the term. I wish.
Whoa.
No,
I
and
wish
even
I
and-
could
and-
remember,
and
so I
even-
could explain it.
Yeah, Lord.
And no,
This
no,
is
but,
pushback, nigga.
but even during the interview, Vlad was like, and your parents, you had an African American father and an Irish mother. And he was like, yeah, if you want to racialize it.
Oh, he did say that. He
yeah,
did say
like
that.
I
He
was
did say
like,
that.
damn, this nigga does not like talking about race.
Because when you're so smart, certain things are stupid.
And talking about race is
Talking
stupid,
about
man.
race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
He
you gotta.
he
When you're
declassified Pluto as a planet.
I really
and
don't
Black
feel like
called
that's
him a
that
black
big of a
man.
thing. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna hold you.
I
That,
know.
Bro,
that
like, he
thing,
keeps bringing that up like
I
that's
don't
his
like
biggest
that
contribution
part
to
is like,
humanity.
bro,
Fuck
don't,
Pluto.
You talking about some shit that nobody could really prove. Like that's the thing I'm talking about. Like we looking in the sky and we classifying shit. Niggas don't know what the fuck is going on out
Yeah,
there.
we don't
You
really
even
care
said
about
he
that.
made up his own barometer. Like, what does that mean, nigga?
That's like
He made up his own way of. Of
That's-
course he did. He
Yeah,
was
who
the
made
only-
you? Who made you qualified that we use as barometer now?
look, that's people create their own things. Like Leonardo da Vinci didn't create the number 0, but that's what Google says. If y'all didn't know that, fact check. You know, if you didn't know
What?
that, Leonardo da Vinci created
Lauren,
the number 0.
Please.
Jay Noble's fun fact for the episode. Let's hear
Leonardo da
this.
Vinci created the number 0.
It was probably Neal
So what are
deGrasse
they- so
Tyson.
Well,
that taught
and you
that
know,
shit.
like
The Mayans.
The
and-
first recorded 0. Oh, I'm gonna read it. I'm
No.
gonna read it. I'm gonna read
no,
it. The first recorded
Read it.
0 appeared in Mesopotamia around.
We all know
3
Tony
BC.
likes to be right.
The Mayans invented it independently circa 4 AD. It was later devised in India in the mid-5th century, spread to Cambodia near the end
Now-
of the 7th, and into China and the Islamic countries at the end of the 8th.
now.
Where on this shit do you see
Why are there
Leonardo
articles on
da
the
Vinci?
origin of
Do
the
you
number
think
0?
This nigga watched the Da Vinci Code and thought it was historically based.
He said, "Come on,
I'll
keep it
stop.
coming."
I'll stop whenever you're ready. Look, so it's almost like Newton wasn't the first person to understand gravity, but for some reason, Newton's laws. That's what it's the same thing. Like,
360 Nobles, everybody.
hey,
He was a sword to
360
his
thank you,
Nobles.
thank you.
360
But
Nobles,
nah,
yeah.
He spun himself.
But
dizzy.
like
Yeah,
that's
just like America was here, but Columbus discovered it.
hey, you know, like the natives were, you know, not natives.
I'm mad that there's entire articles on who started the number 0. Like, what the? I
Okay.
didn't know this is a.
I might be wrong about Leonardo. It was some white dude, though. I promise. I swear. Look, I came out. I'll admit. But it was a white
Let's
man.
Google Leonardo da Vinci.
I'm seeing like 5 different
Wait,
names.
put Leonardo da Vinci.
Let's Google Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, yeah. No. Leave what you had.
But like Leonardo, though.
That's what that nigga looked like. He looked like a moonshiner.
Did he even have pictures? How did they have a 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃?
How do they have pictures of Leonardo?
Well, they were drawing shit. He was drawing stuff.
Invented.
Self-portraits.
Right now, Lauren is currently Googling false news, false facts claimed by this
Now,
nigga
you don't
J.
know
Noble.
that yet. We're still reading.
He invented the parachute?
I should have said that.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't. Oh, it's not popping up. It was a white man, though. Trust me.
Yeah, they already said
Trust
it.
me.
It's either this person or this person.
Go up real quick. Go up to the top.
Muhammad
I ain't
don't
gonna
sound
lie,
white,
bro.
though.
I ain't never seen like 3 BC. I ain't never seen a year
far
that
back.
low. I ain't never seen a year that low, bro.
Yeah, it's the third year.
That is the lowest year I've ever seen on paper. Like after Googling something, like normally it's 100 and something BC AC, but
Yeah.
I ain't never seen 3.
The nigga who invented the number 0 probably was nowhere near as smart as Neil deGrasse Tyson and still somehow more important.
Damn.
I got one
Look.
more thing. Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, let's get
Shout
off this.
Neil deGrasse
I was about
Tyson.
to say, I don't got nothing for Neil.
Look, we're
Shout out
gonna. I'm gonna interview him one day.
I can't believe it didn't. I mean, it did numbers, so hopefully this one does numbers too. But one thing that I did want to bring up real quick before we left, this is about No Jumper. We'll make this one quick. Doknow from At the End of the Day, the fat Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the Brown Bag podcast, and
What's the name?
The Brown,
Brown
Bag,
Bag
podcast,
podcast is
with
Doknow.
Letty Martinez and her
Letty
Giants.
Martinez. They have a new they're selling shirts that say like, type in Letty shirt.
Or just
Isn't it crazy
I
how
love
Letty,
this.
a radio personality, has legendary,
and
and all we know is her voice, but they're so
She used to do calendars.
Oh, it's gonna
She
do
would get up
Letty
in
titty.
lingerie for
Letty
different months.
Brown Bag. Do Letty Brown Bag merch. She's a titty shirt.
I'm ready to see these titties.
Yeah, long
She
story
has
short.
amazing breasts.
Yeah.
Nah.
But long story short, they got a gig. They got a gig doing Power 106 radio show. That one.
Yep. Look.
Fat
She's not
leche.
even trying to be
Wait, get it. Yeah, get it off the.
a fat
yeah.
leches.
Letty is fine.
She got milkers.
But apparently Doknow got fired from the Brown Bag. Doknow got fired from the radio station. That's what it seems like.
Word.
It's not confirmed yet.
What station were they at? Is she at the same station as Big Boy?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yep. And she had left the station, did the podcast. Well, she had a kid. I think she did like the mother thing, had a kid,
So
something
her
like
leches
that.
got even fatter.
Yeah, these are
That's
the
a
new,
well-nourished baby.
yeah, this is new and improved. But
She has a kid.
but she came back. What's your approval on them?
Oh,
On the
tit?
breast.
Yeah.
I really want to see another photo, but like,
He's gonna ask Neil deGrasse Tyson to classify him for him.
he's
my-
gonna find a new formula for that. But, I mean, they're
but
perfect
long story
titties.
short, but it sounds like, but
They're
it seems,
perfect. Yeah.
Man,
you don't
we-
get better breasts than that. Like, what could you ask for?
For those of you that aren't watching, like, what's
Letty's titties are literally
What's a set
more
of
important
titties?
than Doknow getting fired.
that everybody knows that we could like just
Compare them to? Nah, just describe objects that look like them. She actually has melons. These are melons.
That's good.
yeah
Cantaloupes.
I wouldn't even say cantaloupe because that cantaloupe gets a little circular. She has watermelon titties.
But you can also tell,
and they look like they sit well.
but they have the perfect drop to sit ratio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
To sit well, you got to be able to drop a little
but
bit.
they're also big to where it's like
It
gravity.
looks like her
It's
back
gravity.
doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, nah.
Like they're not
Yeah,
big enough
yeah.
to where she has back pain.
They're big enough, but her body's built for it.
Can we see more images?
I look like
This is crazy. We're supposed
Because
to be talking about Doknow.
there's a better light.
like I wanted it. Yeah.
We're supposed to be talking about Doknow getting fired.
But these fat leches, nigga,
We can't get off this. So
this is
Doknow,
significantly
but
more important.
we'll finish the
Doknow
Letty.
got fired, though.
We'll finish the fat leches conversation.
We have to finish this.
But I think Doknow got fired. I don't know, but we'll find out, I guess. At
These
the
leches weren't fat enough, nigga.
Yeah, but he just does immature shit. Like they did an interview with 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝚃. He posted a picture of him and 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝚃 on Instagram, and he's like, I just interviewed a crackhead, a cokehead. And it's like, bro, what are you doing right now?
He's supposed to be a comedian too, right?
He is, but he's not.
He's supposed to be a comedian.
Supposed to be.
Yeah.
His funniest sketch. I'm gonna be real. I haven't seen a sketch funnier than his domestic violence sketch. That's his funniest sketch.
And that was
Wow.
from like years ago.
Wow. This is amazing.
Look at the comments.
Yeah.
The heavies.
She got the heavy
Hundreds and
duty.
fifties.
The hangers.
That bitch got udders.
Is it just me or these posts get wilder and wilder? Yeah, okay.
Like, it
Show
doesn't
the
matter.
dot of this picture a visual explanation of what I want.
I know they sit so well.
Those things are thangin'.
I wonder if her mom has. I wonder if she got her mom's titties.
I wonder if she got a sister.
She'll never be
there's
as
more
talented
pictures in
as
this
her
photo
titties.
carousel. Get a
Nah,
better-
she's good though. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I just figured it out.
Keep
I know
going.
the one woman podcast that I would watch.
Nah.
Keep going. Go to another picture. There's got to be one where they're really,
Where they're really, I don't want to say
Thangin'.
exposed, but they're just in full form.
where they're really thangin'. That one right there.
She has the perfect amount of self-respect. You could tell.
Yeah.
She
Like,
does.
she's
Just
she
enough.
shows
This is how
just
I want my
enough.
woman to look. This is how I
Just
want my woman to
enough.
present herself
You know
online.
what I mean? Just the right amount. Whoa,
She
wait.
carries
yo,
herself like a wife. She is a wife though. But she actually,
Like, she'll let you know that she has it, but like that's all you get.
that's it. Don't you dare
And then
approach
you got to
me.
create the rest for yourself. Nigga.
I'm off the market.
Yeah, it's no point. We saw what we're gonna see. Like this is about as far as
She's very respectful.
that last picture was the one with the black. That was the best thing we're gonna get.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Lady's amazing though.
Yeah. She's blessed. She's blessed beyond belief.
I could tell. Yeah, she's probably a cool person. Like outside of her body,
This nigga said she cool. She cool.
outside of her
After we
body.
sexualized her for 10 minutes.
He said she's probably funny too.
Bet she cool as hell.
Try to keep that line of
Probably
communication
funny.
open.
No, she's probably hilarious.
She might see this one day.
She's probably hilarious.
Yeah.
How do you feel about them? How do you feel about them calling it the brown paper bag?
I was gonna say-
podcast?
The brown bag.
It's a
brown bag
self-deprecating
podcast.
like.
Yeah, I'm assuming Mexicans understand it. I'm not. This has nothing to do with us.
I
you know?
thought the brown bag thing was
Was
all
for
was
us.
all shtick.
But
I
brown.
thought that was all rules.
Is that
Brown-
more so toward like liquor or something? No?
the
Maybe.
brown
Nah,
paper bag test.
I believe it's about skin tone.
I mean, it could be that too. I mean,
Yeah,
I figured
but-
that's what it was, but I thought it was a play on
The
the,
brown
liquor
paper
thing
bag test is like a slavery thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but brown is also for Indian people and Mexicans
And
use
Mexicans,
brown
they use
too.
it too.
I don't know what their context is. Like,
Duno
don't know.
probably came up with that name, and he's hilarious.
dude,
That
not
was
that
a
funny.
joke.
Yeah, that was a
That
joke.
was a joke.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
That was a joke. But yeah, Duno be on some. I think he got fired, bruh.
What?
I think he got fired, but just because it's just like Duno has not leveled up. He's not really that funny
No,
on the podcast.
And I
all he
don't
does
like-
is yell.
I don't like niggas just calling themselves comedians.
I hate that shit.
I feel like
Somebody
I'm
has to
funnier
call you
than a
that,
lot
right?
of these niggas. And
No, that's
I
a
would
whole
never call
fact.
myself
That's a whole
that.
fact. Yeah,
Like I have never.
that's a whole fact.
You're not a comedian until you write something, and then you get on stage, and then you say it, and it works.
And it's almost like being an entrepreneur. Like just because you sell one shirt don't make you an entrepreneur.
Right.
Like you have to be doing it for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
fail.
honestly, bro, Duno's sketches are just not funny, bro. And he does more
Yeah.
sketches than stand up. I don't know if he does stand up at all. Honestly, he does sketches.
Right, that's not a comedian.
Nah, sketches is not it's
But even-
comedy, and it's a means
But
of.
even when he's on the Shame on You podcast, bro, it's like if I make any joke towards you, like at all, bro, his retaliation to the joke is not to make another joke. It's to shut up, you stupid bitch.
He lost it. He
and
lost
just,
his- he
and
lost
just
his credentials.
yell.
Yeah.
You know what
He's
I'm
not a
saying? Like
comedian.
that's his response to everything, and it's to yell
You're not a
Yeah.
comedian.
over. And it's like, my nigga, you're fucking. First of all, you're annoying me.
Yeah.
You already have a heavy Hispanic accent, so you can't talk fast.
Can't even speak.
Oh,
like
we're gonna
that.
lose you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're gonna lose what the fuck you even trying to say. And it's like that's all he does. And it's like he seems to be, it feels like he's getting worse at doing it. And a lot of people are like complaining in the comments. Now, one thing I will give Duno is that they were killing him crazy on the Reddit, and he did start to improve, but the Reddit hasn't turned on him in a while. It's about that time where the Reddit has turned on him for so long, like they're on his head again.
He reads the comments.
You got to be held accountable.
But shit, the nigga got fired. It seemed like because they talking about the brown bag. It seems like he got fired. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. I don't know if he did, but it sounds like he's not on the show no more because he's the weakest link of the show.
Yeah, bro. You can't. I don't know. Calling yourself a comedian, just something like.
Yeah, it's one of them things. It has to be said about you. Who is that other dude that's also on that podcast that is always wearing glasses?
Crown Vic. Not Crown Vic.
The smiley
Rose
motherfucker.
Cran Vic. Rose Cran Vic.
How do you? I haven't seen too much of his content, so I don't really want to give like.
I
An
think he's from a
opinion on it.
poppin' clothing design though.
How do you feel about him on his mic though?
I don't know.
That's that dude. That,
I don't know, honestly.
That guy.
Rose Cran Vic.
I've seen him once.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Letty's the best, but she's a pro, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's a veteran and on the radio, so.
He's not bad, which
You gotta-
is
Oh, it just wasn't loading.
which is like another thing in it. Like he's not bad.
Yeah, being mediocre is always it's always an option.
She really carries them.
I'm gonna watch because I haven't heard too many. I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna listen to the one before he got fired.
Yeah, I've watched a couple before they got the gig at the radio station, but it was a big hoopla.
And what
At
do
the-
they talk about?
It was a big hoopla at the radio station because they hired, on the black hip hop station, they hired a Mexican cast for the morning show. So people were pissed about that. Like, and then on top of that, we also got Doknow, who like proudly says like, I don't even listen to rap like that. Like, but you gave somebody like him the morning show.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think the thing with Doknow, he's
And then morning,
morning, the hottest spot.
The
That's-
most important.
like that's the most
It's the most
like,
desirable spot.
sweet spot.
You go to college. Like
To get on
people
the
went to
morning.
college to get
Right.
the morning spot. Wow.
And Letty can get it, but it's like people were having a big issue the fact that a Mexican podcast is the morning show on a hip hop network.
Understandable.
But it's LA too. And then I remember
Yeah.
I looked up the demographic of, can you look up LA demographic or California demographic? Like it's damn near like 50%.
It's a lot of
Hispanic.
Browns. in
There's
there.
a lot of Mexicans or brown. So I can't even be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Just because, nigga, they're kind of the majority there. You know what I'm saying?
LA, like race politics is so ludicrous.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
too
fact
much.
that like blacks and Mexicans really hate each other. It's not that's not a North Carolina like linear thing.
Oh, you went to the census.
we
still.
not beefing about nothing over here.
Why we gotta hate Mexicans?
The fact that white is 44 is under 50% is big. Latino Hispanic 48.
I'm glad you can read that because I
And-
can't
Yeah, it's
see
pretty
nothing.
low. Yeah.
And I feel like it's a lot more.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just
those
the
are,
documented
those are the
ones.
tax-paying ones.
I remember
Yeah.
I was at Con Key. Shout out my mom. I was for her birthday.
Okay.
We're talking to a guy that works in Border Patrol. He told me verbatim. He was like, dude, the one I work at, 200,000, 300,000 every week. And that's just the one, that's just the side of the wall that I work at. I was like, nigga, what? It was like, bro, they're coming in like Trump, he's not over exaggerating.
Damn.
They're getting in.
But
Like-
that's a large
a
number.
week?
He said, nigga, the one that's just my side of the wall.
Right, yeah, because
Like,
yeah.
We hustling over here.
Damn.
Like it's serious. And then he almost like exposed the game. He was like, yeah, you know, some of our, friends are getting paid, to bring
Right,
them in,
of course.
To
That's a hustle that
blink slow for a little bit.
that's a hustle being a coyote. Coyotes
Yeah,
right.
It's a big business too.
10
You can get some bread off of it too, like
Yeah.
because they're damn near paying thousands
Bro.
to get across that border.
They paying thousands. They selling pussy. I was listening to this one nigga on Joe Rogan. He was talking about how like this dude who migrated over here from Mexico with his wife, he's like he couldn't look at her the same because by the time they got here, she made
The things that
it was a few pit stops in that pussy to get him there.
Yeah, right.
He literally couldn't look at her the same.
Shit.
She got Americanized.
Damn.
Whew.
His wife?
Yeah. Pussy is patriotic now.
Couldn't look at her the same, but that's I mean, I don't.
And it's like, I wonder how many tricks he had to turn like that pussy. That pussy
At
was
least
probably
five.
red, white,
At
and
least
blue when they got here.
You say it too
at
much.
least five. At least five. That's all it takes. Your wife. 5.
You don't know how long that trip is from here to Mexico.
Yeah. That's a long walk.
I know a
Especially
dude
if
from
you hitchhike.
Somalia who shipped himself in a crate from Somalia to South America, traveled all the way up South America, got across the border through Mexico, got arrested, did a year in jail, just all to become a citizen.
And that year in jail was probably like life-saving because he got fed. He
Exactly.
got fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did all that.
Yeah.
Somebody that worked at the airport with me at one thing about a foreign nigga is they are on the phone all day, bro.
Yeah.
They don't turn the phone off.
Yeah.
All they homies over there.
Yeah, they are on the phone the entire day. It's crazy. Having full conversations, they just won't hang up the phone. I'm like, nigga,
On speaker.
get off the fucking phone, bro. Like,
Shout out all the immigrants out there.
yeah,
Yeah, the documented ones, the undocumented ones.
burning that WhatsApp up.
Yeah.
I think that's it though. Should we do some superlatives real quick and get up out of here?
That's it.
I completely forgot about superlatives, low key.
Big Loon gets honor roll.
Yeah, for sure. Big Loon gets honor roll.
Big
DJ Akademiks needs to get something, like he needs to be in detention. Like, what do we give somebody for
He's
self-deprivation?
It's time for him to get suspended.
Yeah.
He's like a super senior. He's like a super senior.
Yeah.
Like he keeps holding himself back.
Held back.
Yeah.
He's
not
held
learning.
back. Yeah, he's
Held
not
back.
learning. He's like a 3-time super senior. Like
Held back
Most
is
likely
summer
to be
school.
held back.
yeah,
Held
like
back.
you were supposed to graduate already, bro. Like what are you doing? Gillie and Joe Budden, or we could separate them out.
Separate them. They individuals.
Yeah.
That hate each other.
So let's do Gillie. Let's see. Where's that?
Gillie.
Where's the superlative list that I had?
They the niggas arguing during lunch.
How about most
Most disruptive.
Most
Yeah,
likely
most
to start a
disruptive.
food fight.
Yeah. Most likely to fucking.
And who else? Gillie. What do we give Gillie? Because he ain't necessarily do nothing bad. He just got into a little tidbit.
If we group them both
I say
together,
we give the most athletic because they're
They
the
need to
best
be-
performers.
they need to be class clowns.
Biggest, I say Gully. No,
I keep forgetting we had this.
we got to start making some shit up.
Yeah. Like, we have to. That's the only way this is going to work. Gillie and Joe Budden are the niggas fighting during lunch.
No, let's just do this. Gillie, right now, this is the Intercontinental Championship because they're the best. They're like wrestlers in my mind. So this, like, I feel like they're fighting for the Intercontinental Championship right now, or the Heavyweight Championship of the world. The WWE, it's the John Cena belt, the one that's got the spinning W on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really putting on a show for this.
What's it called? Money in the Chamber?
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank.
Money in the bank.
They,
This
got,
is a-
they both
this-
trying to get that money.
Yeah. This is
Put
this
that
is a,
ladder up.
yeah. This is a Money in the Bank match. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna win, but this is definitely a Money in the Bank match. Who else did we talk about? Celina Powell, most likely to succeed. She's not gonna fail.
Yeah.
She don't miss.
Most likely to succeed.
I'll give her that.
Most likely to succeed. You have very high hopes for this one whore.
But
I
she
do.
has so many avenues. She's a whore.
Yeah.
And she can talk, allegedly. I'm going to watch some of her, like,
I mean,
'cause she's
whenever
talked already
whenever
before
it
at
drops,
DJ
I'm definitely
Action.
gonna watch it.
But she's already talked, on camera before.
Yeah. She's had a little YouTube and stuff like that.
She got a couple of videos for sure. It's tricky.
Yeah, she knows how to get a sound bite. Or I don't even know what you call it when it comes from her. It's more like a sound suck.
Yeah. She know how to get the party started. Nigga.
Yo, for real though.
Uh,
I mean, who else?
It's hard to remember who we all talked about. It's
It
been
really
2
is.
hours.
Spready,
What about
Spready Gibbs? Spready
we-
Gibbs.
Yeah, what about Fit Mami? We barely talked about Freddie Gibbs, honestly. We kind of. Fuck all these people. What about what are we giving Leche?
The
Letty.
Fat Leches.
Yeah, what are we giving those? A+ honor roll, summa cum laude.
we got to give her like some like.
She got valedictorian again. Somebody valedictorian.
Valedictorian, summa cum laude, whatever you want to call it, all the highest honors.
Give that bitch her best attitude.
You know, she's the most coveted. She
Yeah.
kind of seems like the bad girl at school that ain't fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Still holding on to her
She
hymen.
is not whoring nothing.
Or she's like, she's fucking like,
Most coveted.
she's fucking established men.
coveted.
That is leches.
Most coveted.
Those leches really just set us in a good mood at the end of the
Nigga, they got
podcast.
some
They were a good way to end the show.
That bitch has.
I feel like I need to buy one of
47%
those T-shirts. I need to. Do I like any fat titty girl enough to buy her a T-shirt?
Yeah, like that would be.
Yeah, you can only buy it for a girl with fat tits.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out if there's any that I like enough that I would actually spend that money on.
I don't know too many big titty. Like
Not a lot of fat leches walking around.
I don't know too many
Nope.
big titty girls.
I know a bunch of big booty girls though.
Oh shit, lucky for you.
Damn.
Nah, man. Yo,
I think that's it.
did we talk about Diddy?
We didn't. Diddy and Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, I'm thinking of the picture. But yeah, they're about to do a versus battle. I'm not. That's past my
The level of giving a fuck.
my field of like reference.
Yeah.
Like they was already old when I was born.
Them niggas was retired when we started taking our first
I was born in
breath.
2000. Nigga.
That is a very good point. I'm gonna watch it just because we
'Cause
know
you have to.
we know a lot of their records for sure.
And if he's counting Bow Wow records, and
Bow Wow said he's not gonna go. He won't show up for him, but he can still play Bow Wow records.
Yeah.
ain't the business
He owns his
beautiful?
image and likeness.
Yeah.
Ain't the business beautiful, nigga?
He had to start calling himself Shad Moss.
Yeah.
Jermaine said you can't
He
use
owns
that
his
no more.
rights,
Yeah.
probably.
I got Diddy coming out of that though, just based off like my young nigga knowledge of like what I know, like nigga bad boy.
It'll be a good battle.
He can dance his way to the win, for sure.
It'll be a good battle though, because Jermaine, even though it doesn't seem like he would have as many as Diddy,
Nah, Jermaine.
catalog's heavy.
Yeah.
Because he's got an entire like Janet Jackson catalog too.
Yeah.
So
Because he
it's-
was
Do niggas give a
messing
fuck
with her.
about Janet Jackson for real?
They niggas care a lot.
We don't.
I was about to say
Yeah.
But,
Y'all might
yeah.
not, but yeah, shit stopping for Janet. Yeah, for sure.
I always wondered how her and Michael got their surgery separate, but they ended up with the same results. Like, did she just show them niggas a picture of her brother and was like, I want to look like him?
It's probably genetics.
Probably went to the same doctor too.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't I tell you? If you like the way my nose looks, I'll put you on.
I was always confused about like, I never thought she was that attractive, even when
Never.
she was like
Yeah.
Never.
bad.
When she was
Even in
younger-
Poetic Justice when she looked normal still. It's like, why is Tupac taking this bitch across the country?
Or like Friday.
in the mail
in
truck.
a mail
She kind of
truck,
got body though.
Her body's crazy.
That's
She got sex
that's part
appeal.
of it. Yeah, she got sex appeal. in her
Yeah,
body.
her leches on as fat as Letty Martinez.
Back in the 90s, it was something.
Nope. I'm fucking Letty Martinez.
Well, yeah, no, I
even
believe you
looked
on
at
that.
Janet
I'm on the
Jackson.
same
Yeah.
page with you, but they was up.
She also have an affinity for Hispanics.
That's true.
That's good journalism.
Yeah.
Affinity.
You like that, right? But let's get up out of here. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, everything. Homeroom. Turn your post notifications on. Make sure you can check out all of our drops. Follow us on Instagram too, because the Instagram followers, I don't know about y'all, might have been going up slowly but steadily.
Bro,
Yeah.
I have conversations with people who listen to this podcast all
Yeah,
the time.
like,
This shit
yeah.
is
So
crazy.
follow us on Instagram too. It's
Yeah.
been going up. And we got to add a lower thirds with yours as well, like with the Menace Material one, so that y'all can follow Lauren on the board. You're the one that makes this visual production look so beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Lauren is the man behind. What's the wizard of what's the
Oh, what was his name?
man behind the
He was Oz.
the wall?
The Oz.
He was
Yeah,
Oz.
something like
He's the
that.
Oz.
Yeah.
He was
Lauren is
Oz.
the Oz.
Lauren
nigga.
is Oz. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Talk to him.
Nah, it's crazy too, because
Talk to him.
look, when we was setting up the camera before y'all got here,
Yeah.
he saw me back there. He was like, "Damn, is that what it looks like? Like, is
Yeah, he told us that too.
is that how I look?"
Uh-huh.
I said, "Nigga, like when you got the Rodecaster, we had the conversation like, oh, we both have one, we can both learn it together." I said, within 24 hours, this shit is out of hand. I said, bro,
Yeah.
I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, it went from being I thought I could handle it to you have set up so much shit back here. This is you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, bro, it's out of my hands at this point.
And one day we're gonna let y'all see it. You know, like Tone said, we're gonna break that fourth wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're gonna
Right.
give it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
then
we
Yeah, we just
and,
gonna-
and we're warming up to go live too.
Yeah,
and
we're
when
warming up.
when
We
we
gonna
start
get there.
going live, that's when I think we might change our drop day.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
right now we're coming out on Wednesdays. I don't like that they come back to back with the LOI show.
Yeah, I
Right,
thought about
right.
that too one day.
I don't. I really
wanted
don't like that.
Yeah.
But when we go live, that's probably when we'll change
Yeah.
our day, and it'll probably be Tuesday. I'm thinking.
There's still kinks to
okay.
be worked out all around.
Or we'll move LOI show. I don't know because I really don't want to move LOI show either
What you
because
think about Fridays?
on Fridays.
Yeah, Monday, because we got something dropping Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. and there's clips in between.
Right. That's true. The only thing, yeah, that's true, but it's like Friday night.
The only thing is,
I mean,
we wanna,
I don't have a life. I mean, I'm not pressed to go out either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe Thursday.
The only
I don't
thing is
know.
like recording. It's like you want to get the topics while they're hot, but then it's like a show like this is going to be the one that we pull most of the clips out of anyway. So
I feel
whichever.
like Tuesday is gonna be the day. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Because even when we talk about stuff like this, like the Gillie and Wallow thing is so hot. Even though this whole episode's not supposed to drop till Wednesday, I want to drop the Gillie and the Joe Budden ones tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
just to get on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're not late to the extra juice we can get from the algorithm type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, Tuesday.
And even though Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is like bang, 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 it's kind of heavy, but at some point we're going to 5 days a week anyway, so who cares?
True.
And at the same time, with this new system that we have, they're edited as they're done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Which, as I said, we still got to get the kinks on that all the way out.
yeah,
too.
which is why we're still doing pre-recording. All these are test runs essentially for us to go live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the main event.
For the main event, we still need to make sure everything looks good and it runs smoothly. We don't want to start going live and just
Yeah.
ghetto shit keep happening. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, even though it's back to back to back, you're getting 3 different pieces of content.
That's
Yeah.
true. You're still
Like
getting it 3
they're
different.
all individually their own things, even though it's some of the same niggas on the same thing, just in different
Right,
iterations.
right.
It's a different show completely.
And I think I was just thinking, just like kind of talking to the 3 Oak podcast people, just like really reformulating that to more of a local show than a trending topic show. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's like, I don't want to waste my breath on some shit that ain't gonna get no clips, honestly. And and that show was kind of designed to be a Raleigh show. And I think we could do a better job at making that a Raleigh show. Because that's how people looked at it in the city anyway. That's how they've always looked at it.
It's called the
As-
3 Oak Podcast.
Exactly. And I think I need to do better at that. This is handling our online buzz. I think now that we're getting that visibility and traction, it's going to help that show hit that local. We're doing everything right correctly. You know what I mean? I just think some reformulating needs to go down on certain sides. You know what I mean?
You know, a little kink.
It's always kinking, you know. Academics take notes, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
but we're trying to better ourselves.
Better
nigga.
ourselves, yeah.
God damn.
But yeah, well, we'll holler at y'all next time, and we
Nigga, our
love y'all.
furniture isn't even the same as it was.
It's
4
not
episodes
nothing.
ago.
Yeah, like
Shit,
y'all have seen something
niggas.
different every time. But we'll see y'all at the end. Can you hit the button for me just to close the show out? Peace.
Bow.
The bell. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, you meant a bell?
Nah, he
Yeah,
did
the
not
bell.
hit that bell.
What'd you hit? What'd you hit?
I don't know what he did.
I hit the lower thirds.
Yeah, definitely want that bell. I was like,
we still here. We out.
Yeah.